Lord have mercy. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of the Wiley Show. I had to put my merch on, of course. Um, Make sure y'all go to Teespring right now. Okay, grab this hoodie. I'm out and about in Dallas, Texas. I was out and about, and I'm just super excited to be back with another video. Been really busy today, just really busy with the website. Didn't post enough today because I had so much to do. So I'm super excited that I finally will be able to get some more people to help us out with the site. But with that entail, 100 posts were written on wileythetroll.com. I am excited. 100 posts was written, and we just started maybe like a week ago. Okay, like a week. So, and we have have 100 posts have been up there. Some of the stuff that we put up there was controversial, as always. Getting emails to take it down, and you're trash. You can't show up here. You can't show up there. Everywhere. So I'm excited. But one thing that we are missing here in the show, we are missing y'all of hitting that like button. All right. So if y'all can do a favor, grab your phones. All right. Click the like button, click your device. It helps us out a lot. And that's free. All right. You can click the like button. It is free. And also you can go and click it on your television screen. And it's a way that you click over there. And I need to learn how to do it on television screen. So just get on your phone and click the like button. And then when I learn how to click the like button on the television screen, I'll let you know. But we love that if you all could just hit it. But we have a lot to discuss in this video. We are just here. Share, leave a comment. It is greatly that you all leave a comment, even on wileythetroll.com. It's so important. We love it when y'all are liking, leaving comments, and we're looking at the ratings on the site. It's really good, and it's actually helping us over here on YouTube as well, because we put all our videos over there as well on the site. And then our Instagram is doing well, doing numbers and having high engagements, the highest it ever been, because we've been posting on Instagram maybe about 5 to 6 posts a day. We're trying to double that to about 10 to 12 posts a day. We want to definitely tackle that next week. In the month of May, we want to make sure that we're developing and releasing 100 posts every 2 weeks. So 50 posts a week. So we are trying to do that as well with the site. And so one of my good supporters on the Wiley Show, we were on Station Head, and he said, "You just been on fire." And I'm like, "What?" We have, because doing a blogging site, you know what everything is going on, because you get all this tea. You got to search for stories. You get stuff. You look for the main publications, and then sometimes you talk about things that main publications are not talking about. And so when I go on YouTube, only thing I'm doing is just doing a video form of what I'm doing actually on YouTube, like a video form what I'm actually doing on the website. So I'm just putting it in a video forum and everything. So I'm just giving you all that. So we was there. I said, okay, this is really good. And it's a lot of work, because like my day typically started when I was doing YouTube. My day probably started like mid-afternoon, late evening, get up, shower, do the show. But now since I have a website, most of the news are in the morning, early afternoon, early evening. So my day pretty much have to start around 7 to 8 o'clock in the morning, sometimes 9, to get up, write stories, send it over to the writers, tell them what story to tackle. And we just been tackling some of the stories that's been going all over social media. Like we were just tackling so many of the stories out there. And I just said, wow, this is really a lot. I'm looking all over my social media. And when I tell you that people have been just emailing me stuff and texting me stuff and inboxing me stuff saying, did you hear about this? And I'm like, I love it because it keeps us fresh. It keeps us current. It keeps us in the know. And sometimes they send it, see me some stuff before our competitors post a post. So I love that. So sometimes they'd be like, well, ain't nobody talking about it, post it right now. And so we got to do it really quickly. And so we try to get that traffic on our show. And when I got the email today, because everybody was talking about it and everybody was on my email and they was DMing me stuff all over social media, and I'm trying to talk about it. So I gotta get their pictures up there because I just saw this on the website. So I said, let me go ahead. Hold on one second. If I can get a picture. Okay, give me a second. We're gonna get it together. And they were just sending me emails of stuff to talk about. And I said, wait a minute. Okay. And then sometimes I forget to eat and I have to like literally I just ate something before the show and I don't supposed to wait too late to eat. I'm supposed to eat like in pretty much in lunchtime. And when I got up at lunch, I'm busy. I'm out running errands, taking phone calls, and I'm like, and before you know it, it's time to post some more. And then when I get here, I was like, oh my gosh, then it's time for me to do another video because it's time to do my YouTube because we can do the YouTube. So I love it. Yes. Okay. So we got a lot to talk about. So this one particular story that was on across my desk, Derek Jackson and his wife. So Derek Jackson is back giving relationship advice. Ain't nobody checking for it. As you can see, he got on a shirt that said "Black men don't cheat." That's a lie. And so hearing this and hearing him, and you see his wife, which he divorced. And we wrote an article on wilderthetroll.com, what my writer did. And I'm just so flabbergasted at the fact that Derek is still out here giving relationship advice and giving all of this relationship advice, and he's a cheater. And he was exposed by a liar, Tasha K. And got exposed. He ate the box of a black woman in when she was on her lunch break, ate her box. She was a nurse in the parking lot. So it ran across Tasha K's desk that he cheated. And it went viral to the point that Derek had to grab his wife and hold her hand and to make a response. Now, they didn't address Tasha directly, but they were addressing the allegations of him being a cheater. He took such a major hit to his brand because his brand thrived on I'm a married man, I'm chocolate, I have a woman on my side, I have a family, I'm giving relationship advice. I am the new relationship advice guru. And him being the new relationship guru, when those cheating allegations came out, it destroyed his brand. To the point he was averaging a lot of views. And I saw him on there for about 20 to 30 people were watching. That's how bad he lost support. He lost support so bad to the point he thought, well, let me take a break and then maybe this will blow over. And it was the same thing. Then he left the relationship with his wife. And then before he did that, it was exposed that he took a picture with another black woman on the beach. And then shortly after that, he announced that he's going to divorce his wife. Because he probably realized, hey, I'm cheating on my wife. I'm a bad man. And to save the little part of my career, I'm just going to divorce my wife and be single. So while I'm single, I could just cheat. I mean, I could just sleep around. I'm under no obligation at all. And so when I seen him do all of this, I said, oh my gosh, this is bad. Because when you do relationship advice, you hold up to a certain standard. It's a lot of women that look for men and look on the internet for advice. They do. I give relationship advice and I give some good advice. And when you're married, that even makes you more credible because, like, oh my gosh, I can listen to Mr. Derek Jackson. He's married to a black woman. And then she's so crazy, the wife, because she went on this religious tirade and started speaking in tongues. If you do this to me, if you do this to me, I curse you. I curse you. I curse you. I curse you. So she's speaking in tongues, talking about cursing somebody, and she's a little hoo-hoo. So that whole relationship was just weird. And then they start to drag the wife. Now, we've been dragging her for a while because she was wearing the bonnet. And so it was sad. I didn't like coming from Mrs. Jackson, but you were attached to a cheater, so she became a public figure. Now, the sad part about this, Derek should have never introduced her publicly to his platform to talk because she did not know how to handle it because she is a religious fanatic. She just went too far left. And so when she went too far left, that's when I knew that this is not going to end up well. It's not. And so it was sad. And don't get me wrong, I heard that Derek is great in bed, muscular chocolate man. So women, and he's popular and have fans. And so women would throw themselves at you. And so he would get a lot of punani. He got a lot of it. And his dirty deeds, because of course, they always, when he's screwing them, I'm going to leave my wife. You're going to leave your wife. You're going to leave your wife. You're going to do this. You're going to leave your wife. I'm going to leave my wife, baby. I'm going to leave my wife. I'm going to leave. Oh, I'm going to leave. And he never leave the wife. And what do? Do. May I get connected to Tasha K, please? They get on the phone with Tasha K. They spill the beans. Most of the side chicks, when they start talking, is the man did not leave their wife. I'm pissed. I'm upset. He sleep with somebody else. He lied on me. He said I was the only one. He said he was going to leave his wife. So now I'm going to talk with Tasha over there at Kibi Studios with the employees that slept with a convicted felon at the jailhouse. So that's when they go over there to spill the beans because they got a vendetta, because they feel like if I can't be with him and take it from the wife, I'm going to destroy it. So they be breaking up because it's in their mind. They feel like if I start talking to break it up, and they don't know, most women, unless they're under the wire, already know that they're sharing a man. As long as that man, A, ain't getting a woman pregnant, B, coming home, C, ain't getting my coochie itching and giving me all type of diseases, I'm cool. I'm willing to share my man. Some women have that in their mind. They wake up once he get the woman pregnant, once you start burning and ooze and pus coming out your backside, or C, you just physically catch him just cheating on you in the bedroom. So it takes very drastic things for the woman that's in this relationship to say, hey, I'm ready to leave. So it take that. But if they know that they're hearing the about the cheating rumors, they don't care as long as you're coming home, as long as you got a pregnant. So when it comes to Derek, when he started to cheat so much and that it was no longer profitable of him to be in a relationship and to be this relationship guru, it was just time for him to just dump her. And that's exactly what he did. And because his wife wasn't really helping him, she went on a religious tirade. And this is where it went. Now, Derek is trying to go back to square one and go right back into relationship advice, and it didn't work. I posted on the site, and they were dragging Derek Jackson. They were dragging him. They were dragging him for fit. It's like every day, y'all. And when I saw it in the car, I said, oof. And one of my writers, when she was writing, she said, this is too much. I'm like, just write it. It is too much. As I'm praying for Mrs. Jackson, yes, I am praying for her. Father God, in the name of Jesus. Lord, bless Mrs. Jackson. Give her the strength. Bless her from the bonnet on her head to her body, to her sole of her feet. Lord, bless Mrs. Jackson to give her an understanding and send her a true king. Don't send her a dumbass, send her a Boaz in the name. You created man in your own image, so send her a holy man, a righteous man in Jesus' name that's going to be faithful and holy and uprighteous to her. In Jesus' name I pray. In Jesus' name I pray. Thank God. Amen. So we are praying for her that God send her a Boaz. All right. So I really want to definitely do that. And God truly, truly does it. Okay. Oh, whoo! I felt that right there. All right. Thank you so very much. Yes, Lord. Okay. So we had this story on the site, and I said, I'm going to talk about it on YouTube. Okay, I had to talk about it. That was a good prayer. Rest in peace to my Facebook friend. This was a trans woman. We posted this on the site. Her name was Ash the Cash Doll. She was violently deleted by a weapon. She was the G word in Atlanta that this happened to her. I want to read this part of this article on WileyTheTroll.com. And they said, when criminals do acts of violence like this, that is because they know the penalties don't outweigh the crime. All a person has to say is, I don't know she or who he was trans. I was tricked. Look at the statistics of crimes committed against Black trans women and men of color. Look at the stacks against other races. You tell me what it says. Some say call the FBI. FBI did nothing for Shankola Robinson. So it's really sad. And I heard rumors, oh yes, that she was a working girl. She was an escort. And so my sources are telling me that she met the trade. And a trade is, for my people that don't know, is a heterosexual, claiming to be a heterosexual man, but they sleeping with trans women and gay men. But by looking at them, you won't know that they're part of the lifestyle. And so what they're saying is that she was one of her clients, one of her dudes. They were supposed to sleep together and she was supposed to request payment. The payment never happened, and the person took her out. And so I've heard this story with Malaysia Booker here in Dallas, which we went to her funeral. So many of my transfer, Lady E out of Chicago, she was deleted on camera. She was on a Facebook. She leaked the person, the tray in her home, and all the gays saw it. And then shortly after, he put a weapon to her head and eliminated her. So when I saw this story, I said, this is very not surprising. I also would like to say that we must, as Americans, call our legislators to the table to pass policies to make it okay for women to work in positions, trans women to work in many companies. There is a group of trans women that work in careers, teachers, lawyers, doctors, etc. But there's a sector of trans women that want to do sex work. And it's dangerous work. I have a friend, she called to my show a couple of days ago. That's what she does. Every single day, it is a risk that she may not make it home because she is working and doing doing sex work in multiple states. She said, well, I'm gonna come and see you, but how is the cops? How is the sex work? And I said, I don't know. I don't do that. And I always tell her, I said, sis, I think you need to get out of the lifestyle because it's dangerous. You're a little person. It's dangerous. You know what I'm saying? I post an article. I post a picture of somebody mugshot. She knew the guy. The guy beat her up, and she told Wiley, "Can you take it down?" I took it down because that was actually my friend. So it's just really sad. I just say anytime that a trans woman get eliminated the way that it is, she was sleeping with the guy, dating the guy, something happened where he had to take it out. And whatever the case is. And so we are going to keep you updated we got an article that's going to drop tomorrow, and we are definitely going to talk about it tomorrow on wileythetroll.com. So when I received information, I'm trying to gather all the facts that I can gather. If you have any information regarding this situation, all you have to do is email me at wileyshow@gmail.com. You email me at wileyshow@gmail.com. If you have any information concerning this that we can report on, and that's at wileyshow@gmail.com, right? Because this is really something. Like when I saw this, I said, this is not uncommon. I've seen so many of these cases that ran across my desk of a trans woman getting deleted. I've seen it over and 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 over again. And it is a sector, because I talked to two women. My friend said, I could work at a regular job. I don't want to work at a regular job. She showed me the cash. She said, Wiley, can you FaceTime me? I said, yeah. She had about $20,000 in cash. One of her dudes, it was a white guy she's sleeping with. He gave her $20,000. And she told me, she said, Wiley, because you tall, get your wig, get you some silicone, get you some shots, get some hormones, you can make a lot of money. I said, I don't want to do that. I'm not doing it. I don't want to do it. That ain't my ministry. So she showed me a FaceTime, $20,000 in cash. And so she was way out. And I was like, it was tempting because that's some good money. And I've seen people that look just like me transition just to be a sex worker. I've seen it happen time and time again. I'm from Chicago. I've seen many, many trans women get in the lifestyle to be trans just to do sex work to get money, because you have more competition, better competition than biological women, is because you got a thing between your legs that grows. Because you're able to get more clients than a biological woman, because in between your legs something grows. Come on, somebody. Something grows, right? And men want to sleep with you because you got that candy stick, because in their mind, they're mentally ill a little bit, because in their mind, I ain't gay, I'm straight. That's a woman. Well, no, you ain't. Get over sit down there. If you sleep with a trans woman and that thing stand on up between her legs, tall and thick, stand and squirt, you ain't straight. I don't care what they telling you in society. I don't care what you telling yourself to make you sleep at night. You are not straight sleeping with a person with a candy stick between their legs. You ain't straight. Okay? You're standing up tall and you moaning and groaning on your back. Unless that's a cisgender and she got a vibrator, that's different. You just freaky. But if it's real flesh, you ain't straight. Get someone sit down. Sit down. I'm straight. No, you're not. Because why you gotta delete her when it's leaked that you sleeping with a trans? Because you know your homeboys ain't gonna like that. And they gonna call you. How you doing? That's what they're gonna call you. That's what they're gonna call you. And so I've seen it happen time again all over in these Chicago streets. I went on runs with some of my girls that was working girls. I remember one time we went downtown. We was at a nice hotel. And so her pimp couldn't make it. So the pimp called me. I'm going to just call him Bob because he's still out there pimping. He's on Facebook, and I don't want to say his real name before y'all go through my friend list and find him. So I'm going to call him Bob. So Bob was like, what up, Wada? I'm like, what up, Bob? Hey, one of my girls, one of my hoes, right? She got this date. I can't make it. Can you get the piece and shadow her? I said, get the piece. A piece of, she said, get the piece. So I went up to his house, got the Glock or whatever. He showed me how to use it or whatever. Told me how to look mean. So I go over there, went up to Bob, went over there, get in the car, drive her to the hotel, and went in there. I searched the guy, and I told him how it's going to be, how much it costs, and whatever. Had the Glock ready. And she wanted me to, like, literally stand right outside the room. So they get in the end. She's screwing him, and he moaning and groaning, and like he's just moaning and groaning. And so I go in there, we collect the money, we go. So I've done that. You know, I always wanted to be a pimp. I tried to be a pimp. You know, Bob tried to get me in the lifestyle to get some hoes. But my hoes never could do right. They never could do right. My hoes, they just never could do right. They wouldn't pay me. You know what I'm saying? Then I would sleep with some of my hoes. That's one of the mistakes as a pimp. You never sleep with your hoes or whatever because they get emotional and it mess up the money and blah, 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 blah. So I didn't know how to really be a good pimp. You know what I'm saying? You know, I didn't know how to pimp slap my hoes. I didn't know how to do none of that. I couldn't hit him. You know, one of my good friends, he was a pimp. He could beat him down. I never could beat him down. I was whooped. I was whooped by the good coochie and all that, whooped and everything. So I could pow all that. I couldn't fast from doing that. You know what I'm saying? I would cry to my hoes and I would sleep with them and all that. So they would, you know, they just ran all over me. You know, they just ran all over that. They'll be short, and I'm counting the money. They'll be short. I ain't do nothing. Anyway, so that was back in the day. I was in my 20s. Because like I said, Bob, he had nice cars, he had the money, you know what I'm saying? So he had the money or whatever. And so it is. Anyway, but back to my Facebook friend here. It was shocking. And then people were sending it to me. So I said, how can I handle this right? Because the Kurt Myers, I mean, it was so much controversy with that. So I didn't want to really put in the headline that she was taken out by because she was working out there in the street, blah, blah, blah. Didn't want that headline. So we went with this. And then tomorrow we would talk about it. We was going to wait a couple of days before all the crying and stuff like that. Did not get into the messiness about what really happened. And she was very talented hairdresser, very talented. As you can see, she's gorgeous. You won't even know that she was born a boy. You won't know it. You won't know it unless you know her teeth. You know what I'm saying? Unless you know it. Like a regular average person won't know. Like I wouldn't even know. Like she's banging. Like she's everything. I wanted to hit that, but she costs a good printing. You know what I'm saying? So I couldn't afford that. I got a friend, and don't get me wrong, I'm gonna call. You know, she called in, and I want to hit that, but I can't afford her. So when I look at her and I said, wow, this is really something. So I cried. I was upset. I was calling the Atlanta Police Department, trying to keep the pressure on them, because typically what happens that when a person of color passes away, the police do not have them for priority. If this was a white trans person, I believe it would have been much of an outrage seeing that white mother cry. They get more media attention versus a black trans person. So I'm praying for her family and praying for the detectives that they find the person that did this. And typically people in the community know, especially other working girls, know who did it because word travels. Because typically the assailant will brag about what he did, and hopefully they will cooperate with the cops. So I'm praying right now that they find the person that did it and that they find them immediately. And that's why I'm talking about it on this show. Okay? Yes. So absolutely. My member said this. I thought you didn't mess with. No, I mess with a lot of trans women. I have my thoughts about them teaching in the classroom. That's another topic, another day. We'll get to that. Okay? All right. Make sure you rest in peace. Father God, in the name of Jesus, Lord, watch over the detectives. Let them do their job. Don't let this case go unanswered. Lord, find the person that did it in Jesus' name. In the name of Jesus, that they find the people that did this to this beautiful black woman. In Jesus' name I pray. Thank God. Amen. And I had to block some people today because they were laughing under my post. Very nasty comments, and I had to go on a blocking spree. And I said, don't do that, because she's deceased and we must respect those that is deceased. So we're going to move on because I'm getting a little teary-eyed here. Definitely, I'm just getting a little teary-eyed. So we're definitely going to move on from that. God bless America, land that I love, stand beside her and guide her. Oh, wow, that's our president. So President Trump said that he is still going to run for president. He's not going to drop out, even if he is convicted. He is still going to run for president in 2024. He's not dropping out. I'm like, go ahead, President Trump. Go ahead. The reason why I want Trump to run for president, number one, voter turnout going to be high. Number two, the Democrats got to be on their A game. Number three, they cannot underestimate Trump and the power of the conservative base. Number four, Wiley want to be boots on the ground. And guess what? They are having the DNC, the Democratic National Convention. You know, I always say that word wrong, but the DNC, they're having that in Chicago next year. So we will be there. And so I want to save my money up so we can be able to live stream from the DNC. So I'm going to try to do my best to be there next year. That's going to be next year. They're going to have that in the DNC, right? That's going to be next year. So I'm excited. I don't have to worry about getting a hotel. My family is in Chicago. I don't have to worry. I'm excited. So they're doing that next year, and I'm super excited. So I'm excited. I do want to go to the Republican National event. That's going to be, I don't know where they're going to have theirs, because I want to go to both. And so that's why y'all have to contribute to the show, because I definitely want to go to the DNC, and I want to go to the Republican one. So make sure y'all donate to the channel. contribute to the channel because we want to be able to live stream because it's a box. It costs about $60,000. It's like a live view box, so I can live stream with cameras and everything. That's the same thing that Roland Martin have. I do really want to go there. If not, we just use the phone. But I want to make sure we got good quality to live stream from the national convention like next year. And that's only for people that give. If you don't give, just shut up. So I think that box is like a live view box and to live stream. But if not, we'll use our cell phone. Okay. But my vision, let me tell you what my vision is. Okay. I need to get a press pass. My vision is to live stream from there, like literally live stream from there, like I'm the news, right? And we get my perspective, okay? So I see the vision. I just don't have the finances yet. But we will get there, all right? And so the Bible said you have not because you ask not. And I'm putting my request in now because I don't too much want to go to no Tory Lanez trial. I'm a political guy. This is what I love. This is what I love to talk about. This is what I love to read about. So I would love to be there. Would you help me? So to get us there, we don't have to worry about hotel. I'm staying with family. But I want to be there, all right? And we will have it. You never know. I might hit the lottery. Oh, God. I might hit the lottery. Or get in a massive investment, but I'm putting a request in. I'm going, you know what I'm saying? Because I want to give the Wiley Show perspective of this political race because this is going to be so good. This is going to be shocking. I can't wait. Okay. So, yeah, this is going to be good. All right. Somebody said, y'all, you daggone right. I'm going to keep on asking. Talk about, quote, y'all still begging on YouTube. Well, bye. I'm going to keep on asking. Okay? Anyway, so we want to get there, all right? We want to be there, all right? We're going to be there. And thank you to those that have already contributed. We going there next year. Because once I said it was in Chicago, I said, I'm there. Baby, I'm there. I'm going to work a couple of doubles. We there, okay? We are there because I want to be there. And the reason why I like President Trump, I don't care what nobody say. I used to wake up early in the morning and President Trump would post a post on Twitter and I would laugh and they would dissect his posts. I love him. I'm not like Roland Martin and these other people say he ain't my president, the orange man. That's disrespectful. Because at the end of the day, he still was the president of the United States. I honor the office of the presidency, no matter who sits there. I'm not going to call that man the orange man. He was the most powerful man in the White House. It's not right if people start criticizing Obama, then keep that same respect for President Trump. Though President Trump was insulting to other people, I give you that. But I'm going to respect President Trump and everything like that. And if you don't vote in 2024, he will be the president again. And then you have black folks and people were saying, hey, my president, not my president, not my president. Sir, ma'am, if he gets sworn in, he is your president. His policies will affect you. To this day, something happened in the courts. And in the courts, it said that the Supreme Court blocked student loan cancellation they was going to cancel it for schools that was shut down for fraud. So we'll dive into that on the next day. But when I saw that, I said I knew immediately this is the reason why you have to vote. Because President Trump policies, who he put in office, is affecting us right now. Because I don't think people understand the power of the Supreme Court. They don't understand that. And they're so quick to blame President Biden, they don't understand all the players in place. And so a lot of people don't understand that, and they just blame Biden, but they don't blame the senator. They don't blame the Congress. They don't blame what's going on in the Supreme Court. And another thing that people don't have that energy for, what's going on in their state. All right. Because when I saw Justin Pearson, Justin on The Breakfast Club, he said something directly with his afro. That brother said, people don't really focus on what goes on the State House. Okay? Y'all bear with me because my nose is doing backflips. They don't really understand what's going on in the state races. And I said, I'm going to do another thing when it comes about do more when it comes to state races. Now, somebody said, Wiley, you should run for the state house. I said, I'm not going to do it yet. I'm going to wait till I'm like 35. And I'm going to do more experience working with campaigns and all of that. I want to see how things go. I want to get my hands dirty. And then maybe I will put my hat in a ring to run for a state house. I've done a lot of mess on these YouTube streets. Who gives a darn? Because most of the people I've done mess to ain't going to worry about me running for office anyway because they don't vote. So I eventually will love to run for office, okay? But I'm going to start working on a campaign. It's a campaign that I do want to work on. I will announce it later, and all of that. So, I would definitely do it. Okay, so I can't wait. But when Justin was talking, I said we don't focus enough what's going on in our state race. We don't focus on going on with our state representative. I moved to Texas for 6 years. I didn't care none of what was going on in the state. Now that's shifted when a viewer that was in my station head show, my radio show, they said, came out, and I'm 32 years old, and she said, I would donate, but I'm paying so much in high childcare costs. So you know what I did? I didn't cuss her out. I immediately Googled my area, and I Googled my state representatives, and then I called their office. Yes. Then I emailed their office. Yes. Then I followed up. Yes. They're tired of me talking. They're giving me the runaround. I called our governor. Yes. Still don't have a meeting with the governor. They're giving me a runaround, and I'm trying to have a meeting with the governor. I'm trying to have a conversation with the governor. Everybody giving me the runaround. His press giving me the runaround. All these people just run around. And so then I said, well, let me broaden the conversation. If anybody that are paying high child care costs, email me and tell me your story. So a person emailed me from Kentucky, another person emailed from Columbus, Ohio. So people were just emailing me things about, the child care costs. They was just emailing me things about how much they're paying for child care costs here in their particular area. So we reaching out to them. And I love the challenge. And then people was attaching me, giving me different organizations. So we have that as well. So I'm loving that people are in here. Okay. So I'm just in there trying to get not the governor on the phone, trying to have a meeting with the governor or his chief of staff, somebody. So because I am a taxpayer. So somebody said, you can't call the governor. Well, you take my money out directly. Yes, I'm serious. Blue, you talking to Mr. Wiley. Put some respect on it. MR period WILEY. So we talking. And so I'm a man and I pay taxes directly. So I should be able to get on the phone directly with the governor. And we will get on the phone with the governor. I can guarantee you that. So we having these conversations. And I'm not deterred when people say, I prefer to talk to Republicans, right? And Democrat. That don't, Wiley, one black person came to me, it would never succeed. You in a Republican state. I said, sir, stop with all that dangerous talk. That's life and death is in the power of the tongue. Speak like it will succeed. Why? Because God put a gift and a word in my mouth to do it. And then my barber came to my house to cut my hair. He had his son with him. And he said, wow, he said, I have to have my son with me because I can't afford to let both my children in daycare because it was too expensive. So we have to pick, let one go and one stay at home. And he said, it's affecting me financially because I can't pick up a lot of clients I have to bring home. He brought his son. And I said, sir, I said, this is what I'm advocating for, is for childcare to bring down childcare costs and that the government can subsidize and to help working parents to help them pay in childcare costs in Texas. And then I started to show him, I said, what district you live? He told me the district. We called the person, he emailed the person, and he called again, and he gave his name. And then I followed up off of his email, and that's how you have to have impact. That brother said something to me directly. He said, Wiley, I never thought about politics until you became my client. He said, I never thought about politics the way that you break it down, how it affect my daily life. I never thought about it at all. I never thought about it. Never thought about politics. Never had a conversation, blah, 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 blah. And every time I sit in this chair, I bring it to a political conversation, not with all the big words, not with all the, the big genre, the blah, blah, blah. I break it down on what affect us in our daily life. So when we was having this conversation, he was so shocked. He was so shocked that I was interested and I'm young and interested in it. I said, brother, in order to change, we must be active. I said, when Dr. King was active out here, he was a young man. When Malcolm X was active out here, he was a young man, meaning that they were young. And the reason why we don't look at the youthness of them because of the knowledge. Many people would say they had an old, so they was knowledgeable, but key word, they were young and they was active. We must take what they have been building and build on that momentum. Look at the strategies, read the strategies that they have implemented in the 60s and use that and do it in a 21st century way and continue to do it. So when we had these conversations with my barber and we was doing things and follow up, he said that I can understand how stressful it can be because they do give you the runaround. Because first and foremost, they like, who are these black men sitting here calling our office? And I will teach them how to call the office and who to ask for. Because what I do is, I ain't like y'all. At MC, we gonna get to the gospel, get the gossip when we get to the gossip. So sit on down, MC. So one thing that I do. This is a blank piece of paper. I tell them, get a pen and a blank piece of paper. Write down every name, every email. Send your email, call, and do a follow-up. Then you tell your other friends. And then we need to all say, okay, let's all go to Austin, Texas. Let's go to the state capitol. And we just go there. With a mind of meeting first with our representative. Then we meet with the committee folks. Then we went with the Black Congressional Caucus, the Latino Congressional Caucus, the Republicans, whoever have the power, and go there with a willing mind professional. We ain't going there being ignorant. We dressing in our suits. We're being professional. We're smelling good. We there with a purpose. And when they see us black men and women walk up in there, they're going to be like, who are these black people and why are they here? Because we pay taxes. We are taxpayers. We are their constituents. You may have not voted for them, but we are their constituents. We are there. So that's how you do it. And so I can't wait to walk in that state capitol with my nice suit, smelling good, tall, with people backing me, documenting and showing what I do, and leave there and continue to work. That's what we do. Continue to do it. That's how we do. And then I come back because I have a media platform and say, this is the update, people. Because if I run for office, and it will happen, maybe it'll be a city council, it's going to be people saying, look at the work that Wiley did. Because the issue with a lot of politicians, including President Biden, they don't do a good job documenting and letting the masses know what they are doing. Let me break it down. They don't do enough. And the government, President Biden, need a videographer team in which you have it. And they need to do a better job documenting and pushing it out there to the masses. They need to do a better job of that. Because a lot of people, you can do good, but if the masses don't know, they're going to say, you ain't doing ish. Because they don't see it. So that's why I come to YouTube and I tell people what I'm doing, who I'm doing it with, bringing politicians on, and then what I do as well when I do them civil engagement, I will go live on station here. I will play my conversations, and then I will show the emails. Then I will do it again. Now I'm going to Austin and all of that. I'm looking forward to it, and this is how you do it. This is what democracy looks like, and they can't stand it. Especially when you black. They can't stand that black folks is taking advantage of the system. They can't stand that. They want us to complain to each other and stay at home. You become a threat when you leave your house, bring your girlfriend, bring the people in your neighborhood, and you go to these people that's supposed to represent you. That is when they get worried. They don't care if you just complaining on Twitter. They don't care if you just complain on Instagram. You get up and you drive to your senator, or you drive to your congressperson, you drive to your mayor, you go to city council, you go to the local school board. That is when they worry. They don't care you cussing them out on Twitter. Don't care nothing about that. But when you show up to their office and bring more people and continue to bring people, call in their office, email in their office, everywhere they go, you are there every time. There. Soon they walk in the office, it's 12 of y'all at the door. Then the next day is 30 of y'all. Then it's 50 of y'all. Then it's 60 of y'all. Then it's 80 of y'all. Every single day, a different group. Y'all do different shifts. That is when you apply pressure. They don't like that. They can't stand that. Because they just want you to stay at home. And pray. But the God I serve, like I told my barber, I said I serve a God that we pray, get up, and work. Start, pray, get on your knees, pray, strategize, and get up and work. God don't just want you on your knees, Father God, in the name of Jesus, Jesus, help me, Lord, and you don't do no work. That ain't the God we serve. Your prayer and your faith ain't going to be activated until you get up and work. That's why it's in the scripture, it said faith without works is dead. In order for that faith to activate, your work got to match your faith. And put in that work. So after you get through praying, you got to have a strong work ethic, a strong prayer life, and a strong work ethic. You cannot be touched. You is unstoppable. But all of you doing is praying and not working. That's why you still broke. That's why you still in debt. That's why you still ain't making it. Because all you doing is praying. If it was that easy, everybody would do it. After you get through praying, you still got to work, because the prayer, God going to give you ideas. God going to drive you in the spirit. He's going to word your mouth. People going to be attached to your life and come there. They're going to see that work ethic and that prayer, that work ethic, and they will get attached to you. Oh, sir, I can help you. I can do I can do this. I can do that for you. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to have that work ethic. Amen. So I don't care if Trump do run for president. Legally, he can do so. If you don't want to see Trump win, then you must agitate and vote and get people and strategize, donate to somebody else's campaign, knock on doors, get signatures, get people to register, get those that are registered to vote, then it will not be Trump in the White House. But if you stay at home and say these things like Tariq Nasheed be preaching to his audience, saying your vote don't matter, and it does matter. They love it when they got the Tariq Nasheeds. They love it when they got the Dr. Umars. They love it when you got the Dr. Boss Walkers to preach and teach the black folks to stay at home. They love that. They applaud that. They pat you on the back when you say that. But when you preach and say engage, that is when you become a threat. All right? So let them run for office. Let them. All right? Now, Republicans and Democrats, especially Democrats, because Democrats are supposed to be for black people. That's what they say. But Democrats have been lying to us black folks for years. Let me tell you how they do us. We in media, I'm in media, right? Media thrives off advertiser dollars. Oh, we own this up. I don't care if this show is 16 hours. I'm going to get this out. We thrive off of ad dollars. So Democrats, supposed to be for black folks, want our vote. But when they run these campaigns, they give us pennies, if that, ad dollars. They give us pennies. President Biden, the federal government spends over $1 billion in advertising dollars. Black-owned media get 1% of that. That's a shame. So if President Biden, sir, if you want our vote in 2024, you and Kamala Harris, y'all got to do a better job giving black-owned media a bigger slice of the pie. All right? The same thing with the DNC, the DCCC, when y'all run these political campaigns, when y'all want black people to vote and all that, make sure that you are financing and giving money, ad dollars, to black-owned media. The reason why black-owned media is suffering is because they don't get the ad dollars like CNN, MSNBC, Fox News, and the rest of them. So in the next election, they are estimating that $2 billion is going to be spent in the next election cycle. In this presidential election, $2 billion. How much money is black-owned businesses will get from that $2 billion, especially on the Democratic side? Because Democrats always be preaching, got the audacity to sing, "We shall overcome." Keep that song if you ain't giving us no money. Because if you give us the money, if you give us the big slice of a pie, we will overcome. What does that look like you singing to me? We shall overcome. You white in a Democrat. We shall overcome someday. And then you take all the money out the black community. Sit down, you hypocrite. I don't need to sing that song. Give me some money, and then I will overcome. Because that's what the Democrats typically like to do. When it comes to the money, they want to act funny. So don't tell me that Trump is a racist. Don't tell me that the Republicans is a racist, and y'all not giving us the cash as well. Y'all just as worse. So when I reach out to y'all offices, make sure y'all give me a check for $3, $4, $5 million so I can hire more black writers and more black correspondents. Don't sit there and tell me to vote. Get your people out there, Brother Wiley, to vote, and you ain't giving me a damn dime. But then you go to Fox News, then you go to MSNBC, give them millions on top of millions, and then you come here and give me $1 and tell me to smile and be happy that I got that. No, sir. I'm worth more than $1. So if you want black people to vote and black people that have power and influence to get their base out to vote, make sure that you're donating and sending the finances and sending the consultants and sending the ad dollars over to black-owned media. I'm telling you the truth, how they do us. You have to fight for scraps. So, to Trump, I don't have nothing against him personally. Could Trump done enough to close the gap of the black and white wealth? Yes. Could have done better to increase black entrepreneurship and for those to be able to get loans and finance? Yes. Could Trump have done more to increase home ownership to make sure that black folks are not being frozen out when they trying to refinance their home, when they're trying to become homeowners, that they get the right deals and not get screwed because they black? Yes. Could have done better on the federal level to put more resources to underserved communities with the school districts are suffering because it deprived on tax dollars, and a lot of them can't really get a lot of revenue because a lot of people ain't owning their homes. There's foreclosure. Yes, a lot of we could have done. The same thing President Biden could do and use the pulpit. Now, Biden said something that I didn't agree with. He talking about, I'm powerless. No, you ain't. Stop that lie. You're not powerless. You can do a tour around this country to do much for gun control. Yes, you can do it. Don't tell me that you're powerless when you have a powerful platform that the media, you could do a press conference any time of the day and millions will watch it. No, sir, you're not using the power that you were sworn in to use. Use it. Do a tour, go to the poorest parts of this country and tell them that you need better health care. Tell them why you need expansion in Medicaid because you're toothless, you got a rotten mouth, and you need all of these type of things. You need to use that and do a tour, and also use Kamala Harris more and President Biden. Y'all do a tour, crisscross this country and educate the demographics that tell them and say the importance of the federal government, the importance of expansion of Medicaid, because we are dealing with so many hospitals in rural areas being shut down because the governor's sitting there not allowing the expansion of Medicaid. So a lot of these hospitals are shut down. So Mama, Big Mama, and Pookie and them, and Ray Ray and them, and Paul and Billy Bob, they living in there. They got to drive 30 to 45, 55 minutes to the nearest hospital. Once you have a heart attack, then try to get there, you die on the way because the hospital is too far. That's what we're dealing with, folks. So if you're in a major city, it don't really affect you because you have multiple hospitals to get to. Some of y'all do. But some people don't live in a major city. They live in a rural area and them hospitals are shut down. Meaning you have to drive 45, 55, almost an hour to get treatment. So if you having a crisis, a medical emergency, it's taking you you gone on the way. You would have survived if you would have got there and within 5-10 minutes, but it took you an hour. So that's what I'm saying. So I just have to put that out there. So I don't care if Trump do run. He have a right to run. It is his right to run. And unless a law change to say he can't do it, he have a right to do it. Now, whether he did wrong, that is up to the DA, that's up to the jury of his peers to convict him. And we will see how that will go. All right, let's move on from Trump. Because anytime I get about politics, I get to talking. Every time I talk about politics, I get to talking. All right, that was Trump. Let's move on. Let's move on. Megan Thee Stallion and Carl Crawford. She is definitely calling out Carl Crawford because she said that Carl is, in fact, trying to hide millions of dollars from her, saying that he only got a couple of thousand in his bank account, that she is saying in a complaint that he is hiding millions of dollars because she have made the labels millions of dollars. And she is trying to get her fair share, and the label is hiding their finances from her. It's a big legal battle that is going on. She's trying to get off the label. They're battling right now in court. It is terrible. It is juicy. It is something. And Carl, you need to do a better job paying your artists. This ain't the first time I'm hearing that he don't really pay his other artists. That's why she left the label and nobody checking for her. And Erica Banks having issues with her contract. She trying to get out of her contract, but she ain't going to say nothing because if she say something, people are going to drag her, and she's trying to do all that. So it's a lot that is going on over there at 1501. Carl is definitely doing something. He's trying to be this evil boss because he's mad that Megan want to leave. And at first I was against Megan because I'm like, you're a new artist, you can't renegotiate no contract, because that's what Megan tried to do. But now I believe she's this close of getting officially off the label, but she want to be paid for the work that she did, and they're trying to hide it from her. And they're trying to keep her on the label as long, because once she leave 1501, that's it. Like 1501, Erica Banks is trying it, but she's no Megan. Let's be clear. And I think Erica Banks, unfortunately, is living in the shadow of Megan Thee Stallion, and the leadership, the marketing team. They don't know what to do with Erica Banks because Megan just got lucky. She was just talented, and she just popped off outside of 1501 with the work that she did with Jay-Z and others. And I think that they're trying to do it for Erica, and it ain't popping, it ain't sticking for Erica Banks, because Erica Banks don't know how to listen to me and go on YouTube shows and do a press tour. She tried to act like she's just this so grand, just grand artist, and she's not really selling like that. And her videos are not like a major budget. And then her videos be stealing the ideas of the city girls with the roller skates to try to be like that, then twerking with the booty. It's no shock value. It's the same thing. She's just shaking her butt, shaking her butt, twirling that butt, rapping. I mean, nothing innovative, nothing. It's just the same dry video. I like the song, but give me some choreography. Give me a budget. Give me some different graphics. Give me a better story. Like, one thing I like about the baby, even though people ain't checking for the baby like that, but the brother does a good job with storytelling in his videos. You know what I'm saying? Like, he does a good job with telling the story in his videos. And Erica need to do that. And I don't understand her team don't want to come over at the Wiley Show. We the only one that talk about her. We post her only. We reposted her on the on our site. She didn't reshare it. She didn't like it. She seen the post, but didn't reshare it. I'm like, girl, why you don't show love to people that show love to you? Your homeboy over there, Armand, ain't showing love to you no more. He dropped you like a bad habit. He was supposed to be the face, the ear, the mouth, the tongue to female hip hop. He didn't drop you by the wayside. But I didn't drop you. I still talk about your music. You see what I'm saying? So you need to show respect and toot me up my own horn and come on over here and let's have a conversation. You in Dallas, I'm in Dallas. I can get the camera team. We can come in your apartment, or we could do on off-site and everything like that. And we could do a sit-down interview, and it would be great. And I would love to give you some ideas, because I feel like you are boring. And when you deliver your videos, it need to be iconic. It need to pop. You need to put more time. Your label need to put more money into you, because they treating you like a low budget artist, and you on a label, and they can use the money that Megan brought into the label to invest in you. They're treating you like you just a mixtape, low SoundCloud artist. No offense towards the SoundCloud artist, but that's how they're treating her. Okay? So they're treating her like that. And so, Erica, if you hear me, sis, I'm saying this in love and everything like that. I don't know why I brought it up when I'm talking about Megan, but she's just wear and tear on my heart. Like, I get you. Like, you need to do better if you want to sell more. And if I were you, I would put you in a relationship with a guy. You need to be in a relationship with true change with somebody in the industry. You need a male cosign. You need better management. The manager you got right now, you need to fire them all, because they ain't doing it good for you. And what I would do, I would make sure we focus on a better single, a better song. We will attach you with an R&B singer. We will do better storytelling, and we would do a better tour with interviews, right? We would do, if I was your manager, we would go on a 50-show tour, just doing interviews, putting you in the algorithm, making you known, and then drop a hot single and continue to do press. We would go to malls. There's malls out here in Texas. We would do signing. We would go all over. We would tour all over this country and introduce you and do more in the music part. Then we would put you in acting classes and have you acting, put you in commercials, put you in movies, have you audition, then right back into the music, because we want to make you a household whole name. We will make you the ambassador of Buffalo Wild Wings because you like to eat Buffalo Wild Wings. So I love it. And we're not blocked over here. She see all of our posts, and I hope that she hear me. She's not blocked. And if she did have me blocked, I'm still going to give my opinion. Okay? Oh, 2 Chainz in a relationship? Your next ex, 2 Chainz in a relationship? Who's single? Is Chris Brown single? Wait a minute. Oh, somebody sent me a cash app. Did Erica Banks send me a cash app? Wait a minute. Somebody sent me a nice cash. Wait a minute. Okay. Did Erica Banks? Oh, that was Erica Banks. Okay. Thank you. So I'm just saying, like, this is what I'm saying about Erica. You know, she have to do a better job because you have to work twice as hard and you have to get out of that Megan Thee Stallion shadow. You have to. And you don't need a Nicki Minaj cosign. That would be good, but you don't need it. You need an Ice Spice cosign, somebody else, and pay that money, a Drake cosign, a Drake feature, or Snoop Dogg feature. You need attach yourself to another mainstream artist just to get your streams up, more media attention, more attention to what Erica Banks is selling. So hopefully Erica Banks can hear me. Can y'all send this to Erica Banks? I see you, D-Vlogs. Send me your IG, D-Vlogs, because we want to tag her and talk about her on the website. That's one of my writers on www.wileythetroll.com, D-Vlogs. Send me your IG. Hit me up on IG because we really want to talk about her on IG, okay? We really want to talk about her on IG because this is what I'm saying. And this is what I'm saying. See, y'all, they dropped you like a bad habit. Daytime, tea time, she retired from show. A man making good money. She said she don't do no YouTube no more. She tired of YouTube. She said, I'm retired. Armand, he too busy focused on wearing Gucci shoes, going back and forth with Megan the reporter, trying to do a trial. He left her like a bad habit. But Brother Wiley, I'm still walking. I'm still walking, and I'm looking. I said, wait a minute. Erica, I'm still here. Erica, I'm still with you. Erica, I'm still with you, sister. I still want to help you. Even though you didn't owe me, even though you didn't pay me no mind, even though you ain't coming on the show, even though you ain't responding to my emails, I'm still with you. I'm still keeping you relevant. Nobody on YouTube is talking about Erica Banks but Brother Wiley. Nobody is doing that. And I'm loving her music. Also, we're the only YouTuber, the only blogger that is traditionally, consistently talking about Wiley, talking about Erica. Tell it. Only one. So the rest of them, they dumped her. Armand got an invitation. I didn't get invited. Daytime teacher, I got an invitation, put her cheeks on Erica Banks. They used it and dumped her. They was at Erica Banks' pool party. Daytime teacher Candace put her booty cheek on her booty cheek, all that. Armand was so happy, excited. Now they don't even mention her name. Erica, in the next 30 days, we are going to do an Erica Banks appreciation for the next 30 days. Every time I go live, I'm going to talk about Erica Banks. Every day. Every single day. For the next 30 days. I am willing to promote and market Erica Banks. Right? We love you. We support you. And we will continue to do it. Okay? So I understand you got in trouble because you said you don't want no ugly people in your circle. You don't want ugly people. I get it. You put your foot in your mouth. I understand that. But we're going to talk about you for the next 30 days because we understand the power of talking about people on this platform. We made people famous on this platform. So we are going to make Erica Banks famous. More famous than what she is. for the next 30 days. And the 30 days start now. Thank you. Thank you so very much. All right, let's move on. Send this Erica Banks. Send it Erica Banks. Lil Baby. I love the fact with Lil Baby. Lil Baby is iconic rapper. He's shy, but the brother can rap. Wait a minute, shit. Wait. Wait. I don't know that song. Now, wait a minute. Let me ride that back. Let me ride that back. Let me run that back. I don't know that song. Wait a minute. Okay. I should have rehearsed. Paul, you told me to listen to the song. I done messed up. Oh, player. I done messed up. I tried to write. Hold on. Okay. All right. Okay. I tried. Paul, I know you over there laughing. I need to play. I should have rehearsed. I should have rehearsed. Oh, wait a minute. I should have rehearsed. Anyway, okay. So, Lil Baby was supposed to perform. Well, it was out there that he was performing at Gay Pride, at DC Pride. The brother had a flyer covering up his face. I just knew something was going on. And it was dragging it. He didn't post nothing about it because typically when an artist is going to perform, they will post it on their social media. It's negotiated in their deal. Then if performing on especially Pride, never done it, they're going to negotiate it for marketing reasons. They're going to have them do a video or post it. I ain't seen none of that. So, okay, I'm hearing a little rumbling. So we posted on there. Then poof, I get a post from the Dallas promoters. They said he ain't performing. A post came out, poof, he's not performing for Dallas. I said, okay, now what's going on here? Ain't performing for Dallas promoters. I said, this ain't good. This ain't good at all. Wait a minute. And I said, wait, and then I ran with the story because I'm just judging off the comments because his fans were dragging it. And I said, oh, this ain't looking good. This ain't looking good at all. So I said, okay, let me go live, put on the wileythetroll.com. And then I said, okay, maybe it's fake that the promoter just lied because my producer was saying, hey, this particular promoter is not a promoter of DC. This is an Atlanta promoter. I said, okay, this is an Atlanta promoter. Okay, this is making sense. They were sending me receipts. And then poof, Caillou got the message because we kept emailing Lil Baby. And they didn't respond to us because we ain't got 1 million followers. I get it. My promoter, my person came to me and said, and somebody close said, you ain't got 1 million followers, so they ain't gonna come to you. I said, that's fine. But they send your email. Okay, we need 1 million followers. You should have never told me that. We got to get to 10 million followers. Anyway, so soon as we kept sending the emails, Caillou get an email. Tell you that people watch the Wiley Show. You better toot. So he get an email, a response from Lil Baby team. We kept emailing a little bit because when I'm on my phone, I'm just not on my phone tweeting. I'm not on Jack. I deleted my Jack app. So I'm on there just emailing. So I'm emailing, sent multiple emails. Then Caillou get an email from a message from Lil Baby's team. And they say that Lil Baby was never booked for DC Pride. Then we reposted it on wileythetroll.com. Did really well. And so while we did all of that, I said, wait a minute. Here we go. There we go. I said, okay. So I went back. I was on the live and I said, okay, you guys, we got an update. This brother wasn't supposed to perform at DCP. He was never contacted. It was a scammer that scammed the promoter. So I'm hearing this and I'm saying, okay, we're going to lay off on Lil Baby and everything like that. Because number one, Lil Baby is private. Lil Baby is this. Lil Baby is that. and Lil Baby is just a private person, so he's not confrontational. He was a drug dealer. He's no longer selling drugs and everything like that. He was literally, he's just quiet with his family, with his baby mama, with his children, and just a great guy. All around good guy, an amazing performer, very talented. So I was like, this is great. So I'm listening to all of this stuff, and I said, okay, this is great. And then people were saying, okay, what's going on, Wiley? Then I said, okay, this is where Lil Baby should do a response video and say, hey, I don't have nothing, or go. But then my friend sent me this on Twitter, and I want to dive into this tweet. I got his permission to post his tweet. I have to blot out his picture because he afraid that about his picture because he didn't want his picture been shown. So on screen. So, but I will. That's weird because you're gonna see his name on Twitter. Give me a second. You're gonna see his Twitter handle. He didn't want his picture shown. So, can you hear me? All right. Give me a second. So let me go to my thing here. Okay, here we go. All right. Okay. Now, this is a person that is one half of the Freaky Boys. He said this quote, can I speak? Why do pride organizations, LGBT media organizations, other large queer-based organizations whose mission is to celebrate gayness go out their way to book straight people, LOL, allies or not? Y'all see that? Do y'all see that? So he made this post. And when he made this post, I said, I echo it. Because I remember when I was in Dallas a couple of years ago, and may Kurt Myers rest his soul, I was advocating for LGBT artists to be booked because I have an issue with that LGBT artists is being ignored by gay promoters. They go out their way to book straight artists. I don't understand the obsession with straight artists when gay artists like the Freaky Boys, gay artists like Saucy Santana, gay artists like Bobby Lights, gay artists like Armand Wiggins, gay artists like Saucy, all over Saucy Santana, Lil Nas X, so many other gay, Aki Bell, Pretty Boy Rich, so many great artists, Brian the Rapper, so many gay artists that are out there that get annoyed, Kesey out here in Dallas, that get annoyed, Astro out here in Dallas, by promoters by their own city. They will bypass artists that are working and talented and hire a straight person. And I don't mind you hiring a straight person or a T.S. Madison. She is a gay artist. You know, they will hire a straight person. I don't understand that. And Pierre said it best. Prince Charming P. His name is Pierre. One half of the Freaky Boys. He literally echoed it. And I agree. And I've been saying this for years. And it's good that people like him, a Hollywood producer, my friend is a producer. Hi, friend. A producer of the show, and he just produced Praise This. So, you know, he's just a really good guy. He's living in Hollywood, California. I've been knowing Pierre for years. And it's good to hear him say this. And the reason why he had to stop performing, because they wasn't getting the cosigns and the support by their own community. So he make more money producing shows and writing shows than he does doing work. Now, I never asked my friend Pierre, my friend, for help and to put me on in Hollywood. I don't do that. You lose friendships that way. I don't do that. Whenever I get in Hollywood and whenever I put in the work to acting and I get on that, then we can talk. But I'm not going to ask my friend in Hollywood, California, can you put me on? I don't ask my friend that. Absolutely not. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to say, brother, can you put me on? Brother, can you put me on the movie? That's weird. That's so weird. I don't ask my friend that because I don't look at him for a come up. He's a good friend of mine. I'm protecting the friendship, and friends of power and resources that have resources, they don't like it when you keep asking for something. Now, if Pierre called me and say, bruh, let me tag him right now. Hold on, y'all, because y'all moving too slow. Let me tag him. Let me tag him right now. Hold on. Oh, I'm talking about. Hold on, I want to tag her right now. Okay, give me a second. Let me do this. Give me a second. Let me do this. Hold up, hold on. Let me do this. Okay. Oh man, I didn't mean to do that. Okay. Let me tweet him on both accounts. Let me do him on both accounts. And hopefully he watch. So I don't do that. I don't beg my friends for opportunity. I don't do that. And people are like, what? Wiley got friends for connection? Yes, I do. I don't talk about all my friends that do. Y'all on the internet, y'all be saying English like Wiley burn bridges. Excuse me? I have people that is they got Emmys. A word. So keep on talking. You're gonna look, oh, you're gonna look weird. So, but I love the tweet that he put out because I have an issue with that. And that's why I always advocate for LGBT artists because it is needed. And that's why I'm advocating for the new CEO of Abounding Prosperity here in Dallas. Is a huge market. And I'm putting these articles out and I'm definitely going to do it. I'm going to continue to do it. And I think that that's a question. Why do they go out the way when it's supposed to be celebrate gayness? I'm saying. And I don't mind, and me as a promoter, and maybe I would get started being a promoter. But my job, if I was a promoter, I remember one time we promoted our first event at the Jeffrey Pub in Chicago. I was definitely there. I said we had a good job that we were at Jeffrey Pub. Jacquez, my friend, may he rest in peace. He had his birthday party, and then we wanted to have a talent show. So I produced the talent show, booked the acts, and everything like that. And I told the DJ, I said, play nothing but LGBT openly gay artist music. This was before Saucy Santana. This was for Lil Nas X. This was for all of them. We was just playing the Freaky Boys. They couldn't make it because we didn't have the budget to fly them in from California. But we were live streaming. I said, listen, we playing their music. We play nothing but LGBT artist music, Jacquez music, all their music, like all in the show, like all in the Jeffrey Pub. We booked everybody on the show. We booked. And the Jeffrey Pub, we brought a person. He was gay. He brought his whole band, his keyboard player, guitar player, drummer. They did an incredible performance. And we did that. And then the owner of Jeffrey Pub said, brother, you produced that. You need to keep doing it. And the reason why I stopped is because it's stressful. It's because it's really, really stressful. You got to cater towards the artists. You got to make sure they good. You got to make sure the inner circle good. I remember we had Chantone from all the way from the Bahamas, traveled all the way to Chicago. I miss it. I'm going to do it again, but I do miss, you know what I'm saying, being a party promoter, and it was extremely stressful. It is very stressful. Oh my gosh. I want to be the headliner, like that whole headliner. I should go last. I got more hits, and I got to deal with that. So I love that. It was great. It was so entertaining. And then Jacquez said, he said, man, thank you for putting us on, for playing our music. And then I would go on my radio show at the time. I would play the music. It was awesome. I loved that. We had security. They had escorted me to my car. It was so fun. I loved it. And I may do another, and now I'm bigger in size and bigger in reach in my show. I would do it again. It breaks my heart that my friend Jacquez won't be here, is not here to see it. He's here in spirit. He's right here in spirit. But he's physically not here to see what I'm doing for LGBT artists. But I'm going to continue to do it because I feel like it's a lane and it's an underserved community. And I'm going to do a better job putting them on. So God is good all the time. God is good. So when I saw that tweet, when Prince Charming P put it out there, make sure y'all tweet him. I stood with him right then and I stood with him because he need to be. I stand on his shoulders, and I love that. I remember one time. I don't know if I can share this, but I'm gonna share it. So I hope I ain't spilling nobody's tea. I ain't really not because it's public. Me, this is my first time seeing Pierre and TT Terrence from the Freaky Boys perform, and I was so excited. They actually performed right up the street from my grandmother's house. It was on 60th in Ashland. So we stay on 65th and Justine. It was on 66th and Ashland, right there. So I go there, we perform, and I'm a huge fan. And I saw them kiss on stage. Now, I never seen two gay rappers kiss on stage. They just kissed on stage. I'm like, oh my god, it's so good. Then they went in the backyard. They were smoking. Shout out to he was my gay father, Kels, which may he rest in peace. He passed on. He was out there, and I was talking to Pierre, and they were stars. And this was before Little Nas X. This was before Saucy Santana. This was before any of those, because they went out. This was before Bobby Lights. This was before any of that. This was back when I was in my early 20s. So I was just in there, just having it was just a great show. And it was packed. It was packed up in there because Chicago supported the Freaky Boys. And I was in there rapping. It was just really packed. Everybody, no, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, oh, okay. And we brought them on the show a couple of times. And I love the fact that, they did a record. And it was one of their records that they did. Let me see if I can quote that record, because I want to see if they still got it up. Because it was one of the records that they wrote because somebody had died in Texas, and they did a song in honor of them. Let me see if I can find it. It's called The Freaky Boys, Freaky Boys, Boiz, okay? They wrote a record called Bounce. This is 10 years ago. 10 years ago. I'm 32 now. I was 22 when this got. They did another song, Don't Judge Me. They did a song 9 years ago, Jockin' Them, was in honor, paying homage to Friday. They did one other song, None, music video. Then another song, Make It Hot. They did another song, Cash App. And it was another song they did. I'm gonna see if I can find it. I can't find it. Here we go. It's called One Life to Live. So emotional. My favorite song is called One Life to Live. Let me drop it in the chat, and then we probably will play it on station here if I can find it on station here. I love them so much, and the reason why I love the Freaky Boys so much is because they always showed me love. Yeah, they always showed me love. Yeah, they always show me love. So, I love that. So, I am all about respect. You always will be good with me when you show, when showing me love and see my work. I really, really love that. I love that when you show me love. So I remember the Freaky Boys. They would come on my show. And they would say, "Well, we're talking about you. We want to help you," and I would do it. And it was about a couple of us listening. I never thought that I would have the reach that I have now. And TT, which is another member of the group, he said, "Wiley, congratulations on your success." And it's so good that they can still see me, because 10 years ago, I was a nobody. I just wanted to do radio. I was trying to make it. And now I talking to 500 people right now. Um, thank you. That's so you never give up on your dream. So I love them for being here, and I want to meet them again. And when I get to California, I do want to have a sit down interview and chat with them and drink with them and everything else, because they're so talented. Because they knock down doors. They don't get the support or the recognition for how they knock down doors for the Saucy Santanas, for the Little Nas X. They were the first openly gay artists to do a Breakfast Club interview. They was on the Breakfast Club. They was the first openly gay rappers to do an interview on WGCI. They was the first gay rappers to get that in. They actually got flown out to, it was in South Korea, for a performance. And it was packed internationally to South Korea. So I give them support, always. Though we don't always talk and chat, but brother, I love them. I really, genuinely love them because they are talented and gifted. And now both of them are living good. Pierre's doing great. TT Terrence doing awesome. I love it. I never would have thought that Pierre would be working in Hollywood and working on movies and writing and production company. I never thought that. I thought he was going to be a rapper forever. And to see that brother do that is just amazing. And to see where I'm at, I never thought I would be here doing a show. I wouldn't have thought that. I just was doing it as a hobby and to get paid for what I do. And from people sending me, help and donations, and thank you. You know what I'm saying? That's why you never give up. And like I said, we were young. We getting up there. We still young. We in our 30s now. But we're babies. We is our 20s. We had it, out there moving and shaking. And I'm so glad. That's why I will always show them support. And shout out to when I went to Chicago. I had Key Bell, another rapper friend of mine, brought him on the show. I brought Jaquez on the show because I will never forget I was on Blog Talk Radio. That's how far I go back. This is when Blog Talk Radio was popping. I was on Blog Talk Radio, and I made a promise. I said, I don't care how far I go in this business. I will never forget my friends that are openly gay artists. I will never forget them. I will always bring them on my show. So when I went back to Chicago a couple of years, I had a show with an audience now. And I brought Jaquez on my show. May he rest in peace. And I brought him on the show. And he was so surprised, pleasantly surprised. He said, oh my God, these comments moving fast. I said, yeah, the show is growing. And we got off the air. And he said, man, you are doing it. You are finally doing it. You got it. And I interviewed Ike Bell, had him on the show. Awesome. I had him on my members only. That was some juicy tea. So I never forget him. And I'll never forget my good friend Diddy. I call him Diddy, but he go with Tiana now. He's trans now. I never forget these people. And I met him. His name was Marquise when I met him. And we became good friends. And to this day, we still talk. And he understands the impact. And I never asked that man for anything. He know Dream Doll. He know this doll. He know all these celebrities. Never have I called him and said, bruh, can you get her on my show? Never did that. Never. Dream Doll actually viewed my show when me and Armand was doing a show. And Armand got mad. He dragged her. And she never came on my show. But anyway, but I never asked him and say, hey, brother, can you bring? I never did that because I never want to ask my friends to put me on. Because unless they have to offer it and say, hey, bro, is it okay if I bring and ask Dream Doll to come on your show? Then that's a different story. But I don't like to get on the phone. Hey, bro, can you bring Dream Doll? Unless I really know you. Like, I have a new friend. She's really good in this business, and I asked her for opportunity, and she did just that. But you have to work towards that. You know what I'm saying? Because she offered, and so you work towards that. But I never require my friends to just put me on and all that type of stuff. And he said, Wiley, you never did that. You never required me to do that. And even in Chicago, when we were doing a show, and we had a conversation. And people in Chicago, Jason Lee talked about us and dragged us. And people in Chicago said, Wiley is popping right now. And then shout out to Christian. What was the last? I'm going to say call him Christian. You can Google him on Facebook. He said, out of all the people, I've never would have thought Wiley would be popping on the show. Because everybody that dissed him and called him boring, they used to call me boring. I used to feel bad. You boring, Sonny and all them. They would do a radio show. And they would get more numbers than me. He had all the gay artists. I couldn't make it. You're boring. Ain't nobody listen to that boring show. And then one day I just found out that I can be messy. I just started being messy. I tried to be so calm, cool, professional. Girls won't know that. So I got real ratchet and ghetto and just messy on 10. And I started to develop a name for myself. I would go to house parties. I would go to balls and just record people and interview people. I really wanted to make it. And so it was the LGBTQIA community that really where I got my roots from. And so I did all of that. And now I am here today. I never would have thought I would have had a quote unquote straight audience. Wouldn't have thought that, because I thought I would just be known as a person that's the voice of the gay community. But now we are here today, and majority of our supporters identify as straight. And I'm talking to a lot of particularly straight women, and it's a whole nother demographic that here on my show. And I love that. I never would have thought I would have had that. Okay. And so when I look at it, I said, what in the world? And then when we did a Zoom call yesterday, we gonna talk. We did a Zoom call yesterday, and one of the women, she said, Wiley, you are so articulate, you are so funny. It was amazing conversation. And that's why I love having meetings and talking to my audience, because they are there. You know what I'm saying? They are good supporters of the Wiley Show. Like some of y'all been following me for years. Some of y'all been following me as far back when I was on Blog Talk Radio, like my day ones. Like Blue Skies go back with me when I was on Blog Talk Radio doing shows. And she re-followed me when I got on YouTube. So she been following me for years. Like that's a day one. So I love that. And so now that I understand my gift, I can flourish. Okay? I can flourish. Like I understand my gift. I understand my voice. I understand my skill set. And so I love the fact that we are here talking to y'all every single day. Now, shout out to you, Pierre, the shaky vibes. All right, so let's move on. Okay, I didn't think the show was going to be long. I didn't think the show was going to be long at all. I didn't think so. Markel, the producer of Chasing Dallas, and Wiley, the founder of the Wiley Show. So Markel, he is the executive producer of the Wiley Show. I'm sorry. of Chasing Dallas. And we was on an Instagram live last night. Yesterday afternoon. And he asked me a question. He said, can you, he asked, first of all, he was very upset that I was talking about him on another YouTube Trace Oro TV show. And I said, hey, Markel is not messy enough. This season is not messy enough chasing Dallas. And I stopped talking about it because it ain't just hidden for me. It's boring. So Markel was upset about that. He had about 2 or 3 people watching the live. I joined the live, about 40 to 50 people joined. And then we started to discuss on the live. Then I said, well, I'm going to pick Kesey as the face of Chasing Dallas. He said, why Kesey? He ain't doing nothing. Why Kesey? Blah, 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 blah. His story, blah, 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 blah. I said, because these are my decisions. It will be on WileyTheTroll.com. Then he said, Wiley, who do you not see it for on Chasing Dallas? I knew I've been doing this game, so he's trying to bait me into some beef. I take the bait. Okay, I'm gonna answer it. I said, I don't see it for Kiki. I don't see it for her. That Kiki on the show, I believe that it should have been a biological Black woman. I feel like that Kiki is not good. You know what I'm saying? Her being a teacher is boring. I don't feel like children should be taught by a person like her. I just don't agree with that at all. Oh, he brought all the minions. Robert, Ray, Kiki, Sean, Ted Lee, like all these people just joined the live and just attacking Wiley. Boom, 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 boom. They're just throwing shots. I mean, allegations being thrown about me, library, this, everything all on the live. Then it was about 80 to 90 people on the live. It was 80 to 90 people on the live. So all this stuff on there. Then he just ended the live because Ardario called him and said, end the live. So he ended the live and he did another live. And then before that, Robert Ray was threatening me, said, I can't come outside in Dallas. Then Robert Ray said he's going to do bodily harm. Then Robert Ray was saying all this type of stuff. All this. And then he said, I don't want to be on camera with Wiley. Okay. So that ended. Then they was just dragging Wiley on the Instagram live. Then Trey Sorrell interviewed Sean because he was live talking about it. He interviewed Sean, a cast member of the fashion blog, because he was dragging me. Then he was saying that I said that she should just do sex work. I never said she should do sex work. I said she should work in a call center breaking down boxes. That's what I said. And then I get a phone call from Trey Sorrell saying, do you mind being on the three-way call with Ted Lee, a cast member of Chasing Dollars? I said, I don't mind. This was in the middle of the night, early this morning, middle of the night. Me, Trey Sorrell, T. Spiller, and Ted Lee on the phone. Ted Lee said, I didn't like what you said on your website about Kurt Myers. I didn't like it. You're going to get sued. It's criminal what you said. I said, sir, I ain't taking it down. I have two sources. Unless I get a autopsy report to debut what I said, I'm not recanting what I said on my website. I have two sources that's backing it up. So we're talking on the site, and we're talking on the phone. Then me and Ted Lee, he called me back, still upset. I said, brother, listen. I said, I'm not going to cuss you out. You ain't cussing me out. First and foremost, let's talk as men. You upset at what I put on the website. I don't apologize what I put on the website. What I'm apologizing for is that I should have never answered the question that Markel presented because you would have never been on the phone with me. But then I said, I don't know. I think it's great that we're on the phone. We're able to talk because you do real estate. You sell houses. I think it's great. I'm trying to buy a house and everything like that. We can talk business. And I started joking. I was like, oh, I ain't going to buy no house with you because, I said something about Kurt, blah, blah, blah. He said, no, money is money. So we started talking about that. And then, I said, brother, thank you. He said, brother, thank you. It was all love. Boom. I go to sleep. I thought everything was good. Because also in that conversation, we said, Kiki, that Markel told me on the phone that Kiki got fired or was supposed to get fired because of her being a trans woman. Okay. And that's why you didn't get on the show, Wiley, because we wanted to talk about her story. I said, it's cool. Okay. And I shared that information on the three-way call with me and Trey and all of them. I shared it. Boom. So the next day, my phone is blowing up. Join the live. Look at the live. Markel's addressing you again. And he got a live on Instagram called Addressing the Lies. And then he bring Robert and Kiki on there to drag me and everybody else to drag me. So it's another dragging session. So I said, well, then Trey Sorrell went up there and Robert Ray told Markel, get Trey Sorrell off. If you don't get Trey Sorrell off, I'm gonna leave the Instagram live. So Markel booted Trey Sorrell off the air. Boom. So I inbox Trey Sorrell. I say, go live. Capitalize off this moment for some attention to your channel. So he go live. I know he was busy. He was driving. He go live. Sean was on there. Ted Lee was on there. Then Robert was on. Then Kiki came first. And Kiki had this other stuff. And I said, first of all, you're a woman. And then my frustration was Robert because he was sending out all these threats. I said, first and foremost, you paint nails. You want to be a thug. You want to walk balls. Which one is it, sir? Pick a struggle. And I said this, come on the live. Let's talk as men. So he come on the live. You ain't going to overtalk me. I'm going to turn this mic up real loud. So I'm like, go and paint some nails. You better not show up in there. I said, paint some nails, sir. You taking care of a child and even yours and still paying child support. You ain't making those, paint some nails, sir. He ain't like that. And I'll hit a core about the child because he shared that on Chasing Dollars. And we just talking. And then Kiki was like, I said, you going to get off the live? And then he's talking about, Kiki, let's get off this live. I said, you going to get off the live? I thought you supposed to be a teacher, a black woman. You ain't married to him. Why are you letting that man tell you what to do? Blah, 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 blah. So the live just ended. And then Reese G reached out to us. Okay? Reese G is the former executive producer of Chasing Dallas. He was let go of Chasing Dallas. We're going to play some we're going to play some recordings of voice notes that he left us, and he said this can be on the record. because he reached out to us on the in the DM because let me scroll up. 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 Okay. I wrote on my story and I said, quote, real Markel, the real Markel is using me to increase Chasing Dallas ratings. I would like to work with Reese G because it's time I make my appearance on reality TV. And then I made another post. I said, the real Markel asked me a question. I answered him tonight. I will address it all on my hashtag The Wiley Show YouTube page. Reese G said, oh, Lord. Reese G said, hi. I said, yep. I said, hi. He said, hi. I said, what you doing? Reese G responded, nothing much. What's up? I said, I'm over here upset that Markel is using me to increase the ratings for Chasing Dallas. And then Reese G responded, wait, what? What you mean? Question, who do I not see it for on the cast? I said Kiki, and it was a shitstorm. It was a shitstorm. And then also Markel said that Kiki, the reason why I didn't get on the show because Kiki was going to get fired because they clocked her T for being a trans woman and she almost lost her job. And then he denied that he ever said that to me. And then Reese G responded, oh, wow, that's crazy. Y'all got to do better, LOL. And I responded with this. No, ain't no y'all. I'm doing what I have to do. And then Reese G responded, quote, I haven't even been following the stuff going on. It seems like a lot of mess. And I said this, respond to him. I said, quote, it is, but they said you was messy. I sent them the link to where the show I was on, Trace Raw. And then he responded, they just said I was messy. What have I done now? LOL. And I said this, no, I'm saying that was Markel was telling me when I called him because I asked him why you was let go because he said you is messy. And he said, oh, LOL, that's not true at all. But if that's his perspective, what he has been told, then yeah, so be it. I said, I'm live now. I said, sorry, I missed it. I said, it's short and sweet. And Reese G responded, the girls are making me want to do a live. I said, respond to that. I said, to be honest, I would love to do a show with you. I mean, I was wrong to talk about our sexual encounter. I was wrong. I want to apologize to you. Reese G responded, I thank you for the apology, but honestly, I don't think a lot of people are interested in the content I'm doing now. I said, quote, to him to respond. I said, yes, they will. I think we should work together. And he said, I just watched the live. I said, you did? Yeah. I said, okay, your thoughts on the record or off the record? I said, off the record. This is between us. Reese G said, actually, we can be on the record. I said, okay. This is what Reese G said. He said, it's honestly a little disheartening to see. I took pride in preparing the cast members under me on how to and not to respond to certain things. So to see the drama is really sad to see. It's really sad to me. He said, I hate seeing the threats being thrown around. I think that's horrible. Reese G also said, I don't know what true or not, but Kiki, but I think she is a beautiful woman and she have always been kind to me and I will to her. So I hope that she is not having difficulties at her place of employment. Then Reese G said, there are things that I don't condone from bloggers and hate like not fully getting the facts. Not saying you have or have not. I don't know Trey like that. But I just hope that all this clear up because the blogs do for sure help with the ratings and the relevancy of the show. And then Reese G said, quote, as far as severing ties of my relationship with Chase Reality, I have not spoken in details about it, and I will not do that now. But I'll say that the reason for the ending of the partnership was on the basis of respect and not mess. I worked extremely hard to help build the brand and did a great at it. And while being the most controversial person there, I wish them well and hope nothing but the best for them in the future. I will say I do feel at time Trey does things that are I guess CRASS and a bit underhanding to get attention as he has done with me, but I just hope this can go away and the drama of today can really slimmer down because it's only words. I'm just saying. Do you have any questions for me? I'm open to answering them, and I hope that if if you do disclose our house conversation that is spoken with honesty and integrity. I said true. I said, question, what's your thoughts on Markel being executive producer? He said this, Reese G responded and said, can you be more specific so I can properly answer you? That's kind of broad, child, LOL. I said, do you think he is doing a good job this season? And then I left him this voice note.
Do you want to come on my show and we could do a 30-minute interview? It's up to you, Reese G, if you want to come on.
And this is Reese G response.
Hey, so probably not with the interview, because depending on when, I don't want to commit to it that I can't fully, because I do have some things going on. But so here's my view. Do I think that he is doing a good job this season? That's still kind of vague to me, but what I will say is I do feel like the show is different from season 1, 2, and 3. I do think that it's more online or in line with what Chasing Atlanta has shown versus what I showed 1, 2, and 3. Yeah. So if that reflects, or if that answers your question, rather, that's what I would say to that. I haven't fully watched the season. I've watched the episode here and there just to support, but yeah.
This is other message for Reese G, the former executive producer of Chasing Dallas.
I do hope that, I've been seeing a lot of people say that season 3 was better than season 4 and all this and all that. I do wish that people would start recognizing that it is a different vision, and whatever his vision is for the show is his vision. Of course, I created the show, I laid the groundwork, and he was grandfathered in or gifted this show. So whatever his vision is for the show, I don't know. But if that is what he's putting out, then so be it. I'm not opposed to a 30-minute interview. Honestly, now that I think about it, I just have to know when, because I am, I'm under contract with some other stuff, productions and stuff like that.
And it's another voice note he left us.
So I can't really speak too freely like I used to before because of like some people that's really cutting a check for me right now. No shade, but I don't mind coming on your platform and supporting you. And yeah, just kind of let me know. All right.
Yeah, so I ain't gonna get into other voice notes that we left because it's private between us. But like I said, I was like, wow, Wiley got him shook. Wiley got him spooked and nervous. I'm not even on the cast. It was Wiley. Robert Ray was so upset, he sent a text message to all his barroom people from the House of Dior and Gucci, from the House of Gucci. They all in my DMs, threatening me, all in my chat. I mean, I'm not even on the cast. I'm not even the host. The website got them shook. I'm not even, they just spooked and nervous, upset. Wiley. They said, we never seen a reaction like that from Robert Wiley. This is why you need to be on the show. All of the attention, all of it, Wiley. In my DM, Wiley. We're not even on the cast. Now, Markel, Oliver Twist, Dario, they all seen my audition tape and didn't pick me. That's fine. All right? They're just not ready for my skill set. Okay? They ain't ready. Markel ain't ready. Oliver not ready. Neither is Dario. None of them can't even come close to touching me. So we would have been so iconic on the show hosting the reunion. We ain't boring. We got a mind. We got a difference of an opinion, and it would have been good for TV. Markel and Dario both need to understand that Wiley is talented. Wiley is gifted. If you don't like what Wiley have to say, then don't respond to Wiley. But you respond to Wiley because we got that sauce and we bring in the numbers. Okay? All right? With no big backing, independent, and we are here. So when Markel was saying these things, I give him credit because like we met at the award show back in 2019 at the DFW award show because he said what he said and I confronted him, brother, because when I see you in person, I confronted you in person. Okay? He said some things that weren't true and I confronted him at the award show. Him and Reese G. Reese G walked to the table, didn't speak. Markel was, I said, come on, Markel. He came on the show. We talked. And we've been cool ever since. I think Markel is greatly upset that I am the person in media that I have the highest views covering Chase in Dallas. Nobody come close as getting the attention covering Chase in Dallas like Brother Wiley. And I toot my own self on the heart. Toot, toot. And so out of everybody, Wiley have the most iconic attention and impact covering Chasing Dallas. So Markel come here and he tried to control me. He came here with the Lotto stuff. Well, you shouldn't say that about Lotto. That's so mean. But Markel, you messy. How you gonna try to act like you so innocent, like you don't talk about people? You are not in any moral position to tell me not to talk about people when you talk about people. Just because you ain't talking about on YouTube, you just as bad because you backbite and gossip about Reese G and Kiki. So sit down, sir. So he came on the show. I don't like what you said about Lizzo. I don't give two dead flies what you got to say what I said about Lizzo. You ain't changing my thought and my perspective. So he don't like that because I cannot be controlled. So he came on the show and then he said, Wiley, I'm tired of you sending your fans over here telling me that you should host the reunion. Tell your fans. Why would I tell my fans to stop? You should welcome that my fans is reaching out to you telling me that I should host the show. Y'all should do it because it's a vibe. It is an impact. We're going to send the ratings. All the people across the world, across the nation is going to tune in to the Chasing Dallas franchise that never watched it because Brother Wiley is hosting it. We will sit in and shake it like no other because Wiley is hosting it. Okay? So, me sitting at that stage confronting Brother Robert with high security, good entertainment. It would be so many channels covering, especially if I get my butt whipped and beat up. Can you imagine our mom would rush to that camera and review it? And he would say, Wiley finally got attacked. It would be 60 channels covering Chasing Dallas. Okay? They ain't going to be ready. 60, 80, 100 channels covering Wiley. Breaking news, Wiley got beat up. Did you see Wiley get attacked by Robert? Did you see that? Did you see that? Did you see it? Did you see it? Every channel. Lovely T, T7, Tasha K, T.S. Madison. Clean Supreme Court. Everybody will be covering it. Look at the numbers. Look at it. Every host won't come close to Wiley. So, Markel, he don't have any power because he's not the owner of Chasing Reality. Brother Adario is the owner. So he's just an employee, though he get paid, but he's not the owner. So on tomorrow, we're going to call a call to action to reach out to Adario, the owner of Chase Reality LLC. Because Ardario needs to understand that Wiley is talented. Stop booking hosts to host that show to kiss everybody and don't bring in the numbers, don't bring in an impact. Book Brother Wiley. Ain't nobody covering that show like Brother Wiley. I want to confront Robert Ray in person. You ain't ready. You can't come close to my skill set. And we love Brother Markel. We love him. Yes. But Wiley will do something that no other hosts have done. Bring more attention to the Chasing Reality franchise. So when we were having that interaction on the show, on the app on this. They couldn't take it. Wiley. In my DM, people hitting me up. I'm getting offered to do other shows, and we declined it because number one, I know my skill set, and I ain't fighting for free. Unless you got a check for me, to do a show, unless you chasing dollars, okay. Unless you got a check, I don't see myself being a cast member for free. I mean, I got to be me, and I got to be able to get a check. So when we were having that conversation, even when Markel called me privately, I knew that he is not ready for the Wiley effect. He feel it. I'm everywhere. Okay? And more of the people that's in the chat, they never heard anything about chasing. But I can guarantee you, if I step on there, they'll be watching. I can guarantee you that. People that never talked about the Chasing Reality franchise gonna talk about it when Brother Wiley step on the scene. They watching right now. Who is this Chasing Reality? What Wiley talking about? What Wiley? They just going crazy. And so Markel have to understand. Oliver have to understand. I'm here, and I got here off the back of my talent. I didn't have to kiss T.S. Madison butt to get a name, Oliver. I had to do that. I got it off just me, off my skill set. I didn't have to ride the back of a crackhead, fucking Dineva. I got it off my own skill set. I had to do that. You got your gift and talent and resources from fucking Dineva crackhead and T.S. Madison prostitute. I got it off of my own skill set. And you can't stand that. You have to watch Wiley. Oliver Twist, he went live on Instagram. Let me tell you how dirty he is. He went live on his second Instagram page because he didn't want people to see that he on the phone with Wiley. So he went live on the second one. He didn't go live on the official Oliver Twist page. He went on his backup page because he didn't want his fans to see me on there. Like he got so many more fans than Brother Wiley. The delusion and fairy tales he tell himself. And so he went secretly on another Instagram and then gossip about me with Markel. Gossiping because Markel told me that y'all was gossiping about me. So he did all that type of stuff. And Brother Wiley, we still here. And then Oliver Twist said, that's a lie. He all in my chat. I thought you booked and busy in Hollywood Street. What you worried about, Brother Wiley, for? You worried about it because we coming up through these streets. We coming up through these streets. And you worried. Oliver is the one with the gray hair and the glasses with no lenses. That's Oliver Twist. So that's the one that didn't get paid by T.S. Madison and told T.S. Madison, my mama had to pay my rent. That's all on the show. And Wiley was the only one that talked about the show. And so back to Markel. Brother, you're not the gatekeeper of that show. Dario is. That's the one with the power. He signed your checks. So on the morrow, we're going to make a phone call to Dario. We're going to write an article. My writers, I want y'all on it in the morning. We're going to write an article. I'm going to write them. Y'all just edit it. We're going to focus on Dario, the true owner of Chase Reality LLC. He the owner. So we're going to reach out to the owner and get a response from the owner. And Markel told me about Kiki, gossip about his cast member, and got mad that we exposed it to the internet. And I said that. Just want to sit down, liar. And laughing when Robert Ray said, you better not show up to Dallas. You cock. Then all that, we sent it to the Dallas Police Department. I hope he got enough money stacked up somewhere. Just as foolish as he could be. How you supposed to be paying people toenails and fingernails and toes and you want to threaten somebody? You supposed to be paying nails. It ain't my fault you still paying child support for a daughter that ain't yours. That ain't my fault. That ain't my fault. But you still paying nails and got tattoos on your face and got to lay on your stomach You know, all that type of did pay child support for a daughter that ain't yours. That ain't my fault. That ain't my fault. No, that ain't my fault. That ain't my fault. You said that on the show. But you get mad that we using it in commentary? Then, sir, pack up your bags, take your nail polish, take your the bristles and nails, pack it up, and stop doing the show. Because when you show up on camera, when you get a microphone attached to you, when you do that, people are going to talk about you. When you sit on the side and get on camera, people are going to talk about you. Kiki, you a teacher. You presented that on the show. You cannot tell people not to talk about you. Sister girl, you on the show that's international. People are watching it. Don't get mad that the bloggers are talking about you. We're going to talk about you. If you want to make it to the mainstream, they're going to talk about you. The higher you go up, the more people going to talk about you. And if you don't want to hear that, then quit the free show that you're doing for free. Just go on and teach your kids in class and leave it alone. But if you step in the arena of shows, you are content. The same thing with Brother Markel, the same thing with Robert Ray, the same thing with Astro, the same thing with Jeff, the same thing with Ted Lee, the same thing with George, the same thing with everybody else on that cast. You're going to be talked about. If you don't want to hear it, leave the show. Because in this business, my mother said it best, you got to learn how to get out of people. If you want to be in this entertainment industry, you cannot let people criticism get under your skin, because if you allow that, you will not survive in this business. You got to learn how to take it and move forward in your career. The reason why y'all have not made it is because y'all can't even deal with the Wiley criticism. How can you deal with Andy Cohen? How can you deal with the Breakfast Club? How can you deal with TMZ? How can you deal with Candace Owens? How can you deal with the Fox News? How can you deal with MSNBC? How can you deal with CNN? You ain't even ready for Wiley. So you might as well pack up your bag and leave the entertainment industry, because you ain't ready. Sit down somewhere. You ain't ready. You ain't ready for Brother Wiley. You ain't ready for the mainstream. Sit down. You ain't ready. You ready to fight. So no, you ain't gonna make it, because you're gonna want to throw hands on all them people and get in multiple lawsuits. You ain't ready. You ready to fight. I'm ready to fight. I want to fight you. I want to fight. Get somewhere and sit down. You ain't ready. You're gonna be in so much lawsuit, litigation, prison. Then your daughter gonna have to see, Daddy, why I have to come visit you in prison? They don't want to be talked about. Get mad. I know it hurts and upset that a person with a cockeyed, yellow teeth, and bipolar talking about you, they laughing. It hits you hard because you good looking. You got tattoos, smell good. You got this man with snotty nose, yellow teeth, black, twisted leg, mental illness, talking about you, people laughing. You can't stand that. It hit different. You can't stand that. Oh, man, Wiley took a bit. I can't take it about one. They were so offended by Wiley, by what I said. I got bipolar. Get someone to sit down somewhere. Don't you be worried about a person with bipolar. Man, please. They can't handle it. Oh, you should leave children out of it. Y'all presented it on the show. Sit down. You can't tell nobody to leave children out of it. You talking about your child paying child support when the woman that you laid down with lied on you and told you that that was your child and it wasn't your child. You still paying child support. That's content. If I get up here and say I have a daughter, paid for that daughter for 13 years, wasn't my child, and I'm still paying child support, people gonna talk about it in videos. You're not exempt of being talked about. You can't tell nobody not to talk about children. When you present your children to the public domain, they're gonna talk about your child. So sit down. They talk about Blue Ivy. They talk about Northwest. You presenting them to the public domain, the public gonna talk about them. You just come out there and let them talk. The more you say, leave kids off limits, they're still going to talk about it. So if you don't like it, don't you put your kids on the internet. Don't you talk about it on no show, because it's going to be some content. So when I saw that, Brother Markel, and I saw what he was doing, I said, keep on, brother. Because I'm going to keep on responding. After you get to talking about me on Instagram with 10 people, I'm going to go to my followers and talk about you. Okay? We spoke about what Robert said. That's foolish. Paying child support for child age or I ain't doing that. Let my female friend lie to me. I'm a rebuke her and sue her. I ain't paying for no child support. That child ain't mad. No, I ain't doing that. Bet not. I'm smart enough to know we taking a DNA test for anybody to say I'm pregnant. We going to the DNA test. I want to test to make sure that's mine. So before I invest and take on this 18-year plus commitment, I want to make sure is that my baby. I want to make sure I'm the papa before I make that 18-year plus commitment. That's almost 20 plus years commitment that I'm making. Finances, the diapers and pampers and private schools and paying for the staff and paying for gymnastics and paying for piano lessons, paying for Spanish, paying for German lessons. So before I make that commitment, we going to Sister Dana to make sure Dana can confirm 99.999 that I'm the pappy before I make that commitment. Before I make that 20 plus year commitment. And so it's a lifetime commitment because you're a parent for life. It's a lifetime contract. All right? So, thank you. Let's move on. Raquel, I'm going to call you later. No, I'm going to call you tomorrow. You probably sleep. I'll call you tomorrow. Answer your phone. Go out for some breath. Scrambled eggs. You're still good looking. At the end of the day, you're a very good looking guy. Anyway, let's move on. Let's talk about Tasha K. Now, this is our last subject here. Tasha K was on a rant. She said she got a UTI. She said she had an STI before sleeping with a man. He got her STI. Then Tasha K was talking about her friend sleeping, sitting on somebody's lap that wasn't her husband, and she put us aside. Then she said another one of her friends, they went out to a hotel. She said Shaq don't like her spending the night, and Shaq don't allow it at all. But he allowed her to spend the night with the friends, and the friends went downstairs with another man that wasn't her husband, cheating on her husband. And then Tasha K was upset about that, told Shaq. And then Tasha K told the husband what the wife was saying, and then one of her then one of Tasha K friends was mad that she was getting, her husband was telling her, why don't you be like Tasha and all that type of stuff. Then the one was getting mad and accused Tasha of sleeping with her husband. And then Tasha K said they might do some interviews and about that. Just Tasha just talking to narcissism, just talking. Everybody's just she's just the best, innocent, don't do no wrong, and her friends try. Then she got to talking. Then she told Chelsea to send her email about the lady from Pangea Wash. She said the lady from Pangea Wash was very supportive of her when she had 100,000 subscribers. She said she stopped dealing with the Pangea Wash lady because she wasn't sent out of her products. Then she said the Pangea Wash lady said, I could have dropped you when you had the lawsuit with Cardi B, but I stood by you. Then Tasha K did something dirty and said, hey, she decided to get a competitor and start having a competitor advertise on the show. And that was in violation of her contract with Pangea Wash. And so me and myself, my team, we reached out to Pangea Wash, and they pretty much said and confirmed that she dropped her relationship with Tasha K, that she no longer wanted to work with Tasha K at all because she was getting multiple complaints about how Tasha K is problematic, and it was problematic for her brand. According to this person's representative, she said they dropped and ended the relationship. Of course, Tasha K can never do it to a lady that's a liar and a narcissist because they can always find a way how to make you look bad and how I'm going to look like the victim. So she decided to get Chelsea to present her some fake receipts in the email and a text, didn't even post the receipts. And she said it out there like the lady was just so bad, just a terrible business owner, but yet you promoted her for years. You got money for years. You got mad that the Pangea Wash did not want to continue the relationship. And then Tasha tried to play dirty by not continuing to do her congressional obligations. She decided to get another competitor and get more money, and still taking the money from Pangea Wash and leaving the Pangea Wash owner allegedly on red and not responding to that lady messages, which was dirty. And the lady paid her faithfully on time. Now, regardless of people not getting their products or not, if you have a contract with a advertiser to promote, you must do what you have contractually obligated to do, which is promote and market that product. You cannot go and try to get another person that sell products and get money for them and then not promote the original agreement that you had with Pangea Wash. So I'm hearing all of this idea with the Pangea with Tasha K and all of this type of stuff she said. Then she said it was a storm. Then she said her staff can't come. And then she went on this entire rant, dissing her friend, trashing her friend, recording her friend, sending it recording to her husband, to her friend husband, doing all of these dirty deeds that she does on there, and she doing it to her own friends. And when he said about this situation, a lot of companies had dropped Tasha K because of the lawsuit with Tasha with Cardi B. So a lot of companies, was another company, Sweetbird, they dropped her. Another company had her. They was doing Christmas giveaways, funding her Christmas giveaways. They dropped her. So multiple companies was dropping Tasha K like a bad habit. And it was difficult for Chelsea to get advertiser deals because once they said it was unwind with Tasha K, they don't want to work with her. She's been blackballed with a lot of advertisers, and it's hurting her pockets, her bottom line, because she was grossing a lot of money just on advertisers outside the Google advertisers. So though Chelsea does an amazing job, she's an amazing worker, amazing, great sister, right? We would love to hire her once we get the money because she's a good worker. She know how to get the money. But she's representing a brand that is a tainted brand, that is a spoiled goods, that has definitely been blackballed, that used their platform to harass and bully Cardi B, to make that woman have a mental breakdown, to cry, and made her not even want to give her husband some punani. So this is what Tasha K have done. And so she's saying all this stuff, and then she had the audacity to talk about what her husband don't allow. But why wouldn't your husband put his foot down when you was talking all that mess, when you was getting all them lawsuits? Then Tasha K continued to lie and say that she ain't got no money, that all she could afford was Olga. Like Olga was giving her a deal with $299, and which she's played close to $1 million, because she said it out her mouth that she played close to $1 million. And then Tasha said in a previous live, none of that black lawyers wanted to represent her because they all was fans of Cardi B. And all she could afford was Olga. And she said they were so broke, she didn't have no money. And which she failed to tell y'all, she had employees on payroll. So she just lied on puppet lies. Last time I checked, Chelsea don't work for free. Last time I checked, Jasper don't work for free. Last time I checked, all the rest of the staff that work with Kibi Studio don't work for free. So how are you so broke and you paying payroll every single month? How are you so broke you got a studio, a house, and a mortgage you're paying, and rent you're paying? How are you doing all this and you broke? That does not make any sense. Maybe you living beyond your means, but don't present this idea that you ain't got it and you so broke to your audience, because it's not making sense. And don't please poop on the black great attorneys that are out there in Atlanta and say they all said no because they was fans of Cardi B. That's a lie. So you're saying all these things that Tasha K have been doing, which is very trashy, that she's doing, and it was trashy how she pooped on the lady from Pangea Wash because she decided to cut ties with Tasha K because of her wicked and, and demonic and trashy business practices. No good company like to represent and advertise with a brand that is getting lawsuits for defamation, that is making a superstar cry, that's making a superstar not want to give yoni to their husband. So a lot of advertisers got scared because what happened is because people was reaching out to Pangea Wash, Sitbird, the wine company that she was promoting with. They were telling her, drop Tasha K. She's treacherous. And they all pulled out. And Tasha K can't stand that when you say no, because what she does, she goes on Instagram, she gets on her phone, she try to present like she's humble, and she try to present this lie and talk to her fan, because most of them don't do their homework. Most of them don't do their research. They get the news from Tasha K, and she presents this idea that they all against me and I never did anything wrong. Then she had said that I did do something wrong to Cardi B. I didn't know how to hush, blah, 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 blah. That was truthful. but you still go out there and diss and harass other artists like you did, not Dave Chappelle, Mike Epps, and tried to trash him on your app because you tried to bait Mike Epps to come on your show and he said no, and it did never happen. Then you tried to say he got another side chick and another side chick because your strategy is you try to bombard them with side chicks and controversy so people would go over to your website and subscribe to your show, and all of these type of deals, just like Bingo had also came out and dropped her as well. So these are her tactics. What she do, she go live. Hey, y'all, I'm a little under weather, y'all. I got a UTI. Let me talk to y'all right now. I can't be on here long. Then the live be about 2 hours. And y'all know all this stuff. Y'all know I ain't got it. I'm broke. I'm poor. I got all these apps I'm paying. She just say all these blatantly lies with a straight face. She don't stutter over. She's very articulate. She's a good-looking Black woman. And she said all of these words. Oh, I'm so broke. Oh, I should have been quiet. I can't sue Olga because of that. I knew she was trash, but that's all I could afford. But then you said previous months ago when it first started that your lawyers are so great. You sent a whole picture about your lawyers, how they're so powerful. They never lost a case. They won all this. They won millions of dollars and blah, 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 blah. But she forget her lies. And then when you remind her of her lies, she don't like that. Like when she came over to the Wiley Show, when she said that her son was sick and hooked up the tubes, and then we presented the receipt that she said this about her son, and she came on the show. Wiley, I never said that. Then we showed the receipts. Oh, yeah, I probably did say that. He probably was unaware. Oh, okay. She was shocked. And when you remind her lies, she's shocked that you forget. These are her tactics that she does, and she create rumors. And then Tasha K is the type of person, she will go anybody channels that's increasing her narrative. She'll go anybody. They can have 3 people. She'll go over there. Oh, hi, Mrs. Blue Building. I'm such a fan of your show. Oh, Tasha, thank you so much for coming on my live. No, it's fine. It's fine. I'm such a fan. I was just sitting here with my husband. We were just watching your show. It's so honored. Is there anything you want to ask me? She looked raggedy. She don't look done up, look real raggedy. Oh, yeah, Tasha. Well, let me tell you. She get on there cussing, belligerent. She never looked nice. Then one day, Tasha K was on Up and Adam, a white man. Tasha K was looking good, wasn't raggedy, looking good. Showed up looking good. Came here, looked raggedy. And I caught on to it and never said that. I said, these are her tactics. So I said, I'm going to sop up all I can get from her, but I know she's trash. Because I saw where she was looking all raggedy looking. Then she go on that white man show, good look, woo, clean, good looking. Come here, look like she ain't bathed, wash her hair, look raggedy, cussing, belligerent, act like she's so ignorant. Go to that white man, so professional. That's what she does. She go to anybody channel. Like if somebody would do just to drag me on YouTube and tag me and Armand, she will run right over there. They can have 10 viewers. She'll go over there and then she will share it just so their numbers will come up there. And then she would sit there. Oh, I'm such a fan of yours. My husband loves you so much. We watch you all the time. That's how that manipulation started. Because she thought she was going to able to manipulate me. So what did I do? I pretended to be real. So, oh, really, Tasha, you love me? Oh, Tasha. Then I would get up in the morning just because I knew she was playing me. I'm playing her too. So I'll get up. Oh, hey, Tasha K. I just want to know, is it okay if I come? Wiley, it's okay. You can cover that. It's okay. No, Wiley, you ain't got to call me. You ain't got to call me. And then I stop calling, just dragging, being critical of her. Then she started to call. Wiley, I don't like. Can I talk to you right now? I will never forget she said this. Ring. Wiley. I said, yes, Tasha. I got to talk to you. I said, what's up? You know who you remind me of? Armand. You talking criticism. That's how Armand have done to me. And see, why I'm trying to help you and I'm trying to mentor you and trying to be there, and you just dragging me. You reminded me of Armand. I really thought you was different because, like I told my husband, we watch you all the time. You ain't got to do that. I said, and I'm gonna act done with you. Oh, really? I'm so sorry, Tasha K. I didn't mean to do that and all that. Then she'll jump to somebody else's platform, won't come. She put me in time. She'll go to somebody else's platform. So I keep dragging her. And then one particular time, I would play Armand, like, because I knew he was gonna respond. All this type of stuff, he was just dragging Tasha, and I'm putting a name in the title. And Tasha didn't like that Armand was growing in viewership because she said, let him work for every subscriber. So one particular time, Tasha K called me. Why? I said, hello, Wiley? I said, yes. Hey, Tasha. I got to talk to you, Wiley. You got to stop putting Armand with his name in the title with my name. He can't listen. He can't handle seeing my name and his name in the title. Wiley, you hurt him emotionally. You get him so stressed out. And I don't want him to think that I'm telling him to put my name with his name. I don't mind you talking about me, but when you talk about me, talk about him separate in a different video. You will still get the views. Don't you hear me, Wiley? I said, Tasha, okay, I won't do it. I won't put his name in that name. I won't do that. I won't put his name in that way and stuff like that. And don't worry about that, Wiley, because I'm going to send you to Atlanta. And I didn't already tell Chelsea, did you send Chelsea your name? That's like the 6th time I sent her my name and my birthday for the plane ticket. The 6th time. So then that's how I'm gonna do what I have to do. And then one time I just said, I get tired of this. She keep telling me what I can't talk about and all that stuff. I said, man, I gotta do my show. So I just got tired of it. I said, I'm doing my show. And I kept putting this name in the title. And she would get mad, call me, get mad and upset. I said, I'm gonna keep putting this name in the title. And then one particular day, she's very good at manipulating because she's coming in with 1 million followers. So Conscious, Larry Reed, they all was against Brother White. I'm gonna talk about this. So it was Christmas, and Conscious called me in the morning and said, Wiley, I'm just waking up. Can you give me the rundown, the synopsis of what is going on so I can talk about it on my platform? So I said, oh, Conscious, this is blah, blah, but this is what happened. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I'm gifted. Go ahead. He did it. And then he shifted. Wiley, you should be on Tasha K's side. Don't burn no bridges. Do this about Tasha K. She is helping you. I'm trying to be your friend. I'm trying to uplift you. Then Larry Reed came. You should give that camera back. You should do this about Tasha. All it was against Wiley. I'm like, I ain't stunned none of you hypocrites. I said what I said. And then Chelsea was coming in. Then Von Ray was coming in. Everybody, it was 6, 7, 8, 10 against 1. Then Brother Armand. He said, I don't like how they treating you. So Armand had my back. You doggone right. I'm still on that for 2 years ago. I'm going to keep talking about it. Okay, Chicago, clout. And so he called me and he kept texting me. And he was over. He said, man, I don't like this, how they come at you. You can talk about me. How could she tell you blah, 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 blah? I said, yeah, this is what it is, blah, blah, blah. And then I go live on me and Armand live on Station. Then Tasha called me. And then Tasha was like, Wiley, get off that live. I don't like how they talk. Go live right now. She was on a secret account. Then I went live on Station. Then Armand said, why did you leave the live? Then Tasha K. Then he ended his live. Then he joined the live. And then they had a conversation. And then then Armand said, Tasha was like, do y'all talk about me? And Armand was like, no, do y'all talk about me? I know y'all be talking about Wiley. Are you telling them that we talk? I said, no, I ain't talking about Judah. It was a lot of all the viewership. So I'm listening to all these people trying to manipulate. Everybody wants to manipulate. So I said, I'm going to talk about my show. I'm going to do my show like I want to do it. This is how I operate. Like I told Larry offline, I said, I'm going to do my show how I do my show. I have to do how I do it. I can't tell none of y'all. And this is when Larry had to hush up. I said, Larry, because he called me. I said, Larry, he called me with Conscience. We was on the 3-way. I said, Larry, can I ever call you and tell you who to put in the title? He said, no, sir. I said, Conscious, can I call you and tell you who you can talk about and which name you can put on your title? He said, no, you cannot. I said, but why is it that y'all can tell me who I can put in my title? Yeah, you got to understand, Wiley, because, Tasha K, you know what I'm saying? She's helping you and she's so gifted and I don't think you should burn that bridge, blah, blah, blah. And then surely a couple of months went past. Larry fell out with Tasha. Conscious fell out with Tasha. Armand again fell out with Tasha. All them people fell out with Tasha and dragged her for filth, especially Conscious. He sat there and kissed her butt. And he fell out with Tasha. cussed out, called her so many B's. I never called Tasha K a B. He dragged her for Phil because he was on there with Chelsea. Chelsea on there. He put me on the three-way. She on there crying to Conscious. I'm listening to it. She telling Conscious all her personal business about how she took Von Ray in, how she paid Von Ray bills, how she did this. And I'm so stupid. I'm so stupid. And I'm so stupid. I didn't mean it. I'm just so dumb. And now everybody talking about me. Why are they talking about me? And Kyle said, oh, I'm so sorry that all that's going on. And then he thought he was real good friends with Chelsea. Then him, Chelsea, and Tasha K was on a live. And I knew Conch was going to do something. I didn't know when because he loved Larry. He's more faithful and dedicated to Larry. And then he got on there. I don't like Ogre. She didn't do my mentor right. And Tasha was offended. How dare you? Because she don't like LGBT folks. She's very, she don't like LGBT folks. So, because her husband said he don't like it. He deal with it, but he don't agree with the lifestyle. He told me that privately. But he said that because he's talking about daddy. I don't like, oh. And then Tasha was like, get him off the line. Do you know you raised that money and that he used that money to buy some clothes and jewelry and all that type of stuff? He bought all that money and clothes and jewelry. Boot him off the line. Boot him off the line. Boot him off the line. And she kicked him off the line. Now, mind you, the woman that was crying to him, the woman that was dragging, crying, talking about her personal business, how much she got to pay all this money and she ain't got it like that. Boot him off the live. Boot. And his ego was bruised and he was embarrassed. So he went on that live and cussed her out like a dog. Then Larry Reid tried his best to be diplomatic and try to be cool with everybody. He went over to Tasha, explained what happened. Then he went over to Amara. Amara said, leave her alone. She ain't nothing. She tried. And all that. Then he went over to Conscious. Then he went over there. He tried to play sides. Didn't work. Okay, because a double-minded man is unstable in all his way. You either gonna you can't be you can't be trying to please everybody. So he tried his best to do on the press tour and do damage control. It didn't work because Tasha K voice is louder. She's a black woman. She's loud. And she's very loud and she's black. She's a black woman. So he tried it. All that stuff was going on. And I said, that's the day that Tasha K was going to get Larry Reid together. That was the day that Tasha K, she put it in register, I'm going to get you back. And then months later, she started the Levantre and she got him back. So that's just how that go. And so I'm saying all that, Tasha K these are her tactics. It's very ruthless tactics. She does that. And that's the type of person that she is. She's very ruthless at how she does it. And she does it well. And she's very manipulative. And she will do it. And most of these smaller content creators, they fall for her trap. And unless you're willing to sell your soul and be loyal to her, that's how it's going to work. And then she said something that was, and then the homophobic was coming out because on the app, she said, it slipped out of her mouth. I'm done with gay men. I'm no longer done with gay men. And then Chelsea was saying, do that include Wiley? Do that include Wiley? I'm done with gay men. I said, well, she ain't talking about me because I'm not gay. Well, she might as well be done with everybody else in her inner circle because she ain't talking about me. I eat punani as well. So they ain't talking about me. Does that include Wiley? That's her. If that include Wiley, that's her loud, belligerent on the app, loud, ghetto. Can't say my name. I ain't doing no more gay mentees. I ain't doing no more. Like she just helped Wiley. Only reason why she said what she said. I see everything. You think I don't see everything, man? Please. She said one day, you know who I want to mentor? With a smile. Wiley. I want to mentor Wiley. I was watching Wiley Show. He's so funny. She only said that to get under Armand Wiggins' skin. That was the only reason why she said it. Because everybody else, because Storm would drag, he stopped dragging it. I was the only opponent that can drag Armand Wiggins, and Tasha K love it. And then one day, Armand was upset at Brother Wiley. I love when you upset, because that's when people tell the truth. He was live on his station head. He was live. He was mad at Wiley. Yeah, we did a three-way conversation. Wiley, you wasn't on it. And Wiley, she said this about you. She said you were trash. She may be your friend now. She said, I ain't gonna never go on the show. It's garbage. She's ugly and all this. She ain't gonna never make it. And it registered in my mind. Never responded to her. But I heard it from Brother Armand. I said, okay, all right. Thanks for letting me know, player. So I'm just playing it. And then we brought out Storm. We brought Storm to work with us on Two Man and a Lady. And then one day, Storm, it slipped out of his mouth, and he told me, I said, brother, he said, I can't do Two Man and a Lady anymore. I said, why, brother? Because Tasha K said, you don't have views and subscribers, and it's bad for your platform, bad for my platform, my look. So I'm gonna have to service ties. I don't want to say this, bro. I'm gonna just be real with you. You good? You pay me every time. But my mentor said, leave Wiley because he's not a good look. Pretty much I'm trash. And leave Wiley. And you can't, work with Wiley. And he told me that this was from that day. And then that day, Storm blocked my name, blocked me in the chat. All of that Storm did. He stopped sharing. He deleted the post that he made. He blocked me completely that day. But Brother Wiley stayed silent. I just act dumb like everybody else. I seen it. He kept coming on the chat, kept showing in the chat, being fake, just coming here to get my numbers and audience. He had me blocked then. This was back in before the pan, 2018, 2019. Had me blocked. And then one day, I just said, I'm just going to talk about it. And then he kept saying, I ain't got you, block. I ain't got you, block. I ain't got you. He's acting dumb. Acting real dumb. And one day, Storm came on the show. He hit the link. And I questioned him hard. And he did something. Oh, let me see. Let me get you blocked. I ain't got you blocked right there, Riley. I told you I ain't got you. Wait a minute. Let me check right there, Riley. I said, wait. Then insult him. Oh, wait. I know what it is. I got your name blocked. And so what I did, because I know his mentor told him, don't let Wiley in chat. He gonna get your number. She told him that. So I start super chatting in his chat. And then he blocked my name again. Because he did not like, we telling it, that when I come in the chat, people are going to respond, Wiley, Wiley, Wiley. I've been blocked by multiple channels because they don't like to see Wiley get attention. Tasha K got mad at Wiley because she been exposed. And her husband got mad because they couldn't control Brother Wiley. Out of all the content creators, not even Armand Wiggins is blocked. Because Wiley did something that Armand could not do. He know how to criticize a person without saying a cuss word. And the way I do it is so effective, it touches the marriage of the Kiwis. They didn't like it. Because Tasha tried her tactics for Brother Storm. They tried to label that brother a child abuser. She went on the show. They had it set up to label that man that. They wanted to start a series on Brother Storm. And because I'm a good man, I heard it. I said, well, I don't like it. Go on my platform and talk about it. Now, Tasha K have ceased communication with Wiley. She got me blocked. She ain't no longer talking about got me blocked from my platform. I'm blocked, blah, 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 blah. But I'm coming hard, went back on my platform, exposed the plot Tasha K, zzz, zzz, zzz. Wiley, why are you saying that? I ain't said that about Storm Monroe. I have a right to say I ain't say he was that and blah, blah, blah. And I said, Tasha, would you like to come? No, I ain't coming on your platform. You cleaned it up. I didn't say that. I didn't do that. Why you up there go say I did that? And I'm going to get my lawyers and send him a cease and desist and blah, blah, blah. And you know what, Wiley? I'm going to say that too. Real loud. Then Tasha K came in the chat and I started to do something that was brutal. So I started ignoring her. And then people said, you know, Tasha's in the chat. Tasha's in the chat. Tasha's in the chat. I stopped addressing her and ignoring like she ain't there. Because when you ignore a narcissist that can't handle that, how dare you ignore me? I'm Tasha. So I would act like I don't see her. You know, I'm busy with her. I see her right in the chat, just comment, dropping what I got. I'm just ready to all that stuff. And all that. I'm just talking. You know, I ignored her. And she called me again. Do you have me blocked? I said, no. I tried to hit the link, Wiley, and all that type of stuff. I hope you don't have me blocked. What are you doing? See, you doing all this, and you're changing. I thought you was just different. And see, I'm tired of doing a lot of that. And she get mad. And I said, Tasha, to myself, I'm going to do me. Because I knew in the beginning your behavior and how you thought about Brother Wiley. Because the only reason why you talked to Brother Wiley in 2018, 2019 is because we were critical of Armand Wiggins. We have sent you multiple emails that we have to come on the Wiley Show. You told Armand you would never come on the Wiley Show. I'm garbage. But when you and Armand fell out, you decided to come over to the Wiley Show. And to manipulate me, you thought that you would have to lie and say you're such a fan. I'm so talented. I'm so gifted. I'm going to teach you the camera. None of that. Because I knew your work. And I was like, let me just use you while I can. Come on, bring me a camera, all that, blah, blah, blah. Bring it to me. And she brought me the camera, and I put it on the stand, didn't know how to use it. And then one day, years later, I was in an Uber ride, and somebody taught me how to use that camera. Amen. And they all tried to manipulate Wiley and control Wiley and wanted Wiley to be under their wing. The same thing with Armand Wiggins. Now, I don't care what y'all say about him. He had the same type of narcissistic behavior. If you are a brother that is trying to have your own platform, your own voice, he don't like it. You have to work under him. The same thing with Sister Tasha. That's why they can't stand each other, because they both battle with the same spirit. I knew it was going to happen because I knew him and his friend was going to fall out, because to the friend, he got tired of not getting any viewership. He got tired being under Armand Wiggins' shadow. So what did the friend do? He took a page out of Wiley formula, got into the beef sector. That didn't work. And he said, why don't I just attach to people and have people to drag you? Because that's how I get my fast and all. And then Jaguar Wright came in and he started befriending Jaguar Wright. And I knew then that is the end of that relationship. I said it's going to follow out. And then he started bringing Jaguar Wright on there. Tasha started to come on there. And I knew that once I had, and then once Tasha K said these golden words in my ears and said this, that I'm the better friend in you than Armand Wiggins. What did that do? Armand Wiggins came up, went on his radio show, and dragged his former friend, said, I knew it was going to happen. You are this. I don't have friends. And then he said something. Type it in the chat. It's giving Wiley. He typed it in the chat. He said, it's giving Wiley. He presented my name. Why did he present my name in there? Because now he put his close childhood friend that they ate Cheetos and peanut butter and jelly together. He said, you are acting like Wiley. It's giving Wiley. I said, what the world? Now, why am I in it? In my Nene Lee's for it. He put my name in it. Why I'm in it? I didn't know you in 8th grade. Put my name in it, because that brother did that. Then the brother started attaching with Nick at night. And then Armand got mad at that. He saw the brother moving and shaking in the business, because the best friend, he knew how to kiss butt and work with people that Armand didn't like. So he started moving and shaking in the business. And I told the brother, I said, do you? Congratulations. Find your lane. You get tired. You want some numbers too. You want to eat too. So he found his lane. He started going in viewership, and our mind shifted. Because he shifted, I know I'm telling it today. He shifted because the brother started getting media attention. His name started going in titles. Armand couldn't stand that. We are no longer friends. And then the brother said this, my friends is not on YouTube. But the brother kept quiet because he knew you wasn't really friends with him because you was ashamed of him being a plus-size man. You were ashamed. You never wanted to hang out. You treated him like the third, fourth, not even the third wheel, the fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, nine wheel. So that brother said, okay, let me start hanging around other people and get my own platform off the ground because working with you, I got to work beneath you and I'm a man. So he started to get his own voice, his own platform, and all type of things like that. And then he won't address Armand Wiggins because Armand Wiggins got dirt on him. They both got dirt on each other, but he got some real dirt on him. So then somebody exposed him about this brother, exposed his criminal record. Armand immediately rushed on social media on YouTube and said it. And eventually, like I told the brother, I said, you're going to go even further. If y'all talk about personal information that I don't even know, that will get you even further. All right. And he liked that comment in the DM, put a heart. I said, whenever you ready to expose it, that's when you would go to even a higher number because I see it. But he don't want to do that because that's like the nuclear option because Armand Wiggins got some damaging information about him. And so that's what he does. And he act like he don't want to put the brother name in the title. He proceeded to delete the videos. Then Auntie Hammy decided to post the person videos up. Armand got mad, immediately took the video down because now he's trying to erase that best friend from history. He's trying to erase him. Let me erase him. Poof! He's trying to erase that brother from history like they weren't friends, like they didn't exist, like they weren't cool. He's trying to erase him from history. He's trying to erase him. Didn't work. And then the brother is going in clout. Now he put that brother in the same boat. He said, if you post his name in the chat on Station Head, you blocked. So now people can't even post his name. Now his name can't be posted on YouTube. It's all blocked. He in the same boat as Brother Wiley. And I was looking at all this stuff, and I said, this is what I was talking about. That, Armand and Tasha the same way. Armand wants you to work under him. He don't want you to surpass him. No way, especially not a Wiley, especially not a man with no neck, especially not a plus-size man. No way. Really? No. Can't have that. He didn't like it because even when me and Armand was working together, we would do shows and people would talk about how good I was in politics. Didn't like it. He would try to overtalk me. Didn't like it. He didn't like it that I was friends, that I knew somebody would dream dog. Didn't like it. He never liked the fact that I was able to surpass him, that I had some skills that he didn't have. He did not like it because he wants you to work under him. And when he told me, he said, brother, I want you to work under me. And then when I make it, I'll put you on. I did not want to take that risk because first and foremost, you know why I didn't want to take that risk? We never met in person. We never went out to brunch. We never went out to lunch. Why would I take a risk to put my career on hold in hopes that you put me on? I said, brother, no. And I said, I'm going to do what I have to do. I said, it may take me further. And I told him on the phone, I said, it may take me further to get there, but I will get there. But I don't want to take that risk because we talked offline not too long ago. It was about 2-3 years ago. Well, I said, I just don't want to take that risk. I said, now what I'm apologizing you for, I said this. I should have said that to you in the beginning. I didn't know how to communicate because my communication skills was whack. And so now I learn how to communicate because I don't want to work under nobody. And first and foremost, I'm a leader. Second point, I'm a leader. Third point, I'm a leader. I'm a gifted leader. I'm Wiley. And so I don't work well working under people when it's talking about this show. And so it didn't work. So when I had that conversation with Armand and I knew it, and he didn't like it, and he's growing, and he's successful, and Wiley is growing. Because one thing he can't say about Brother Wiley is that he's not talented. They can't say that. So when I was hearing this conversation with them both, very, very talented, very, very entertaining, very, very that point. And this is what it is, because and then Armand, we're talking about his best friend again. He was on there. He said everybody like underdog. That's what I'm saying. Underdog. She y'all did it, and he started dissing his friend just bad, just dissing them bad. And then the friend got back at him as well because he act dumb, but he ain't done. He's highly educated. Brother got up on this platform and allowed everybody to drag Armand Wiggins. And I said, oh, this is going to get real dirty. They started dragging. And then Armand Wiggins said, be careful, because I know you in real life. And then the brother stopped because Armand threatened the brother. They said he going to put his dirty business out there. And then the brother stopped. And then the brother started getting Jaguar right. Then he called Jaguar right and told Jag, don't mention Armand Wiggins. And she stopped. So I see all that. I watch everything. You think I don't watch? I'm in the bushes. Watch it. Then just watch it. And then we brought Barbara on the show, and then she came on the show, mentioned that brother. He got mad, talking about he gonna expose me again, getting mad. I see all this type of stuff. I said this. I said everybody have a right to grow in this ecosystem. Everybody have a right. If you have a platform, I want all Black content creators to succeed. Everybody I want to eat. Because Armand Wiggins kept saying on his show, he said something years ago. He said, everybody can't be on top. Everybody can't be successful in this business. You need some people at the bottom. Just diss it. He said, I'm going to be successful, but a lot of people ain't ever going to do that. And then he would go on the Station Head show, said, Wiley didn't crack the code. He would say all this and stuff. Just diss it over and over and over. And I'm hearing this, and I said, hey, I'm just going to continue to be great. I'm going to continue to have a lane. I'm going to continue to be successful and all of this type of thing. And then one thing that Armand had to do, he said, let me unblock Wiley from social media so he can watch Wiley. And then every time I post on my Instagram, Armand Wiggins is under the thing. Every post. He don't like my posts, but one thing about the Instagram stories, it tells you, and I love it. He'll stop now because I know it. He'll be on a troll. It tells you who look, and it's Armand Wiggins. He's one of the fourth or the fifth name. He watching every single story I'm posting on Instagram. I have never, since he unblocked me on Instagram, viewed his story on Instagram. I've never done it because I don't care, interested enough to watch it because I'm so busy. Because this is the ideas he gave me. He said, stick in your lane. And that's exactly what I did. And then when I go under there, I see content creators with more subscribers than me. They be in my story viewing what I post. And I see it all in my story of who view Wiley, people with bigger numbers than us, and they just in the story and they just watch. And then now it's a demographic of supporters that I have that I call them, they on a protest viewer. A protest viewer is a viewer that won't subscribe. They call it hate views. They won't subscribe. They won't like the button. They just watch. So one post on IG, it got 30 people that follow, like 40 people that follow, but 80, 90 people non-followers. Like most of my stories are majority of people that are non-followers. Most of the people that watch the Wiley Show are non-subscribers. And I see it, the analytics tell it. And I said this, well, I'm going to keep being me because I can't force you to join, but as long as you're watching, that's all that matters. That's all that matters. And then the whole thing with the Megan situation. Now I could have dragged Armand Wiggins in this Megan situation with the reporter. I could have done it. I have multiple jokes. Paul, you know this. I have multiple jokes written out. But then I thought about, I said, this is greater than this. This ain't no time. It's a time and a place for a good kiki and a joke. This is the time that I stand for Brother Wiley. I'm sorry, that I stand for Sister Milagro Graham and Armand Wiggins. So we put an article out there. I knew Milagro was going to repost it because she always not a care about, you know, if somebody's doing great, she's going to spotlight that, especially the underdog. I knew Armand wouldn't do it. His pride wouldn't allow it. And then when I went into the post and I saw that Milagro reposted us on the Instagram story, I looked under the names and Armand Wiggins was viewing it. He was viewing the post and didn't reshare it. And we still great. And thank you, D Vlogs. The stats we saw said it all. And people are viewing the website. They don't leave a comment. They're watching what we're posting. And we thank God for those people. But God is going to shift that. It's going to change. You're going to see more people that is going to be supportive of Wiley. The subscriber number is going to go up. The engagement is going to go up. The donation is going to go up. The sponsorship is going to go up. The merchandise sales is going to go up. It's going to be so good. It's going to be so overwhelming that God is going to say, you're going to need help, that you got to put people on the staff. It's going to go up. When I see this, more people are going to come up, and we're going to check that account of the merchandise sales. It's going to be 30,000 shirts sold, 40,000 hoodies sold. It's just going to be that good. It's going to be a shift. My time have not come yet, but it is coming. All right. And then my day one supporters is going to be like, brother, you did it. Some people going to go aside because I'm no longer an underdog. You have a genre of people that only support underdogs. Once you become successful, they drift away. But once you pop, they drift away. So it's going to be a sector of people that won't catch on to me as an underdog. They only going to join in once I pop. And then you're going to see people, oh, Wiley, I love you. Oh, Wiley, this. When we go into clubs, everybody want to be in my section. When we go on a red car, everybody want to, yeah, I love Wiley. I remember Wiley, everybody going to want to claim. High school classmates never even gave me a piece of nothing. They're going to be claiming me. Uncles and aunts that never want a car, but they're going to be claiming because we're going to pop. It's definitely going to happen. All right? And it's organic. And somebody said something so great. They said, Wiley, you're doing great. Keep doing what you're doing because your numbers and your path is definitely organic. It's organic. And that's what the people don't understand. It's very organic. Also, because everybody's numbers are rising. And so it's just going to happen. And what I'm saying is, I don't look at the noise. See, the thing about it is when you're in this business, you can't be focused on everybody else's gift. That's their journey. You can't see, you lose focus, brothers and sisters, when you look at everybody else's numbers. I don't look like that. I used to, but I stopped doing that years ago. I said, I'm staying in my lane. I'm comfortable in my lane. I pray and find. And then once God ready to take me to the next level, he gonna take me. But I refuse to look at somebody else's light and feel bad. No, I thank God for the people that view me. I feel glad. I'm sorry. I feel glad for the people that view me. I feel glad that the people that tune into me. I feel glad to people that subscribe to me, because the problem issue is you some people be so sad and they forget to look at the blessings that God already gave you. Be grateful for God giving you already. Thank God for that, because I remember what I came from when I didn't have nobody viewing me. So I appreciate the 589. I appreciate the 600 people that was here. I appreciate the 7,000-8,000. I appreciate that. You think I'm worried about somebody else? No, I appreciate what God has given me and what God has performed upon me, because I know my time is coming. You think I'm worried about somebody else? I'm in my own zone. Amen. So I'm not worried about the viewers. Y'all get caught up. Oh, Wiley should do it. That's you. But you have to, it's on God's timing. I'm still young. I'm not going to rush God. You can't rush the Lord. In good timing, God will provide. Only thing that God wants me to do, and I'm telling you this message, that you have to continue to put in the work and don't give up. That is a test, because the tests come in. Are you going to give up? Are you going to go? Are you going to fold? Keep going. And that's where we at. So when we having these conversations, it's going to happen. And I thank God, because it's people that wish they had the Wiley Show numbers. They wish they had Wiley Show subscribers. They wish that they had Wiley Show engagements. So we appreciate the love and the support that you all has been giving us and supporting us constantly, always on the show, showing us love and all of this. I love it. And so that's the support that I love it. And I'm hungry, and I will continue to be successful, and I will continue to thrive in this business. But I refuse to get off my path looking at what everybody else is doing. When I wake up in the morning, how can I be the better Wiley? When I wake up in the morning, how can my website be greater? When I wake up in the morning, how can my Instagram be better? How can my YouTube shorts be better? These are the thoughts that's going through my mind. Not, well, what is what's the name doing today? I used to be that way, and I was losing focus on my dreams and my goals and my aspirations. So now I'm focused on Wiley. When we tune into the Wiley Show, you can't say Wiley got this from this person. It's Wiley. This is all me. And one person said at T11,000 said, Wiley, I see the fire in you. I see the fire in you. And I love it because you all see the drive in me, and you see more drive in me, and I'm working full time. But you see more of me working full time than you ever seen for Brother White. And I didn't miss a beat. So thank y'all for the support, for the interactions, for the engagements, for visiting www.wileythetroll.com. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, we're gonna bring this show to a close. I can be. I have noticed your attitude have changed for the best. Yes, have changed for the best. Like it really have. And what really made it change is that first, in order for things to change mentally, you have to change. You know what I'm saying? And I thank God for that. That I have a mental shift, and I'm more so thinking about how to be successful, how to be the better me, how to be, to be have better shows, and that's where I'm coming from. And that's why I love that. And every day I wake up and I'm successful. God is truly going to bless us. He have already done it because I'm here. Amen. And we are talking to a lot of people. God persuaded somebody in my life to help us with the website, to help give the website a facelift. They have done it. God have sent writers. We only have 2 at the moment. They are updating the site. So God have truly have done that. God is good. All the time, God is good. So God will continue to send people over to my life to help us. So I can't wait. I can't wait to see the subscribers. Can't wait to meet y'all whenever y'all out in the city. Love y'all. Love y'all. Love y'all. Wiley Trolls. He's a lovable troll. Yes. I love that. So I love that. And so thank you all so for the love and for the support, for the interactions that you all have been giving our show. This has been awesome all over the social media streets. Y'all have been doing so good today that y'all had tuned in and viewed us. But this is good. We will continue to do another broadcast, like I said, later on today. Members only. We're doing members only live. Next week, we're gonna do another Zoom. All of our members only live going on Zoom. We also are transitioning from Station Head on May 1st to doing our pre-shows and after shows and conversations over there on Zoom for the members only. So if you want to join, all you got to do is hit the members only link. And you can join today. It's only $5 where we have conversations. We had an amazing conversation with Mouth Open Story Jump Out, and we had it with Don Johnson. I mean, it was good. It was like a 2-hour conversation. So in order to get to listen to the replay, you must email me and to listen to it. And you must have your computer because it's a big file. But if you listen to it live, we will give you enough time to view it if you are live and everything like that. We will give you enough time to view the live. So you all can catch it live. But if you want the replay, we will send it to you. But it's on Zoom where we are unfiltered. We got some special guests. It's going to be good. That's our Patreon members only. Some of y'all have already joined. Like I said, it was about 16, 17 people in the live. We want to make sure it's like 50. I want it to be 100. But I love the fact of that we do content. We have not stopped doing content over there. It's content all already over there. So make sure y'all tune in over there on Zoom where we have it. And we get all the Zoom information once you become a member and once you become over there on Patreon, either or Patreon or membership. So love y'all so very much for that. We have articles up there. Like I said, D Vlogs, one of the writers up there, she is posting articles that's on there. So we ask you that you please go to Wiley, www.wileythetroll.com, and please leave a comment and share it to your friends, save it to your favorites. If you have any stories that you want us to cover, you can reach out to me on IG, or you can reach out to D Vlogs as well. And I will start tagging her. If it's her story, I will tag her. If it's Ebony's story, I will tag her as well. So y'all can know that that's them that's writing the articles and everything. So you all can follow them. You all can send them stories as well. Or you can email me at wileyshow@gmail.com or inbox me on Wiley Show on Instagram. So you can do that on any of those sites if you know what I'm saying, if you know that we live, so that you want us to talk about it on the site. Any story, whatever is the story that send it to us. And if we think it's great and we can talk about it, we will post about it. Absolutely. So I love it. Thank you to our new moderator, pardon me. She's our new moderator, adding on to the team. Thank you all so very much. Thank you to all the moderators, D Vlog, Renee, Bless Watkins, Shantae, both Shantae's, Nurse Cole, Renee, Shantae, all the Armor Brown 09, all the moderators, D Vlogs, all the moderators that's out there, Dash Bitch showing love to all the moderators. Let me make sure that I give a shout out to all the moderators because it's a lot of moderators. So I want to make sure, give me a second. I want to make sure I have to go in the back end to give all the moderators a shout out. We got 3,000. I'm sorry, we got 30,614 subscribers. So we are really close to 31,000. Praise God. All right. So let me go here into our community here. Okay. Shout out to Dova Queen. Shout out to Tasha Nicole. Rest in peace to B Scales in honor of her. That's our honorary, our ancestor. She is a moderator. Shout out to Tastic T, Armor Brow 09, Opinionated. Shout out to Mouth Open Story Jump Out, Renee, Proud of Me, Miss Kitty Cat Queenie, D Vlogs, B Scales, Shantae, Nurse Nicole, and Latavia J. So thank y'all so very much for tuning in. For you know what I'm saying. Thank you to all our members, for y'all amazing support, and also our Patreon people, executive producers. Thank you. We will see y'all in the next episode. Make sure y'all subscribe. Little black boy, you're beautiful. Little black girl, you're enough. When times get hard, put God first. Always remember. Oh man. Thank you so very much. All right, I will see y'all later. Thank you, brand new. Okay, I got you with the shirts. I got you next week, sis. She made me some shirts, and I gotta get her invoice, so I can pay it next week. All right, thank you, sis. Love you. She making our shirts. Okay. Are there my associate? No, every executive. You're my executive. Or you could be associate producer. Okay, I like that. Associate producer the minds and the executive producer of the members. Okay, I like that. All right. Oh, love y'all. Good night. I'm gonna just quit. I go on and on and on. You say I can get them tomorrow, but I want to make sure I get paid. Though. Wait a minute, you gonna give it to me? No, don't give it to me for free. I gotta pay you, sis. Okay, sus. Wow. She made me some shirts, you guys. Oh my God. And it's a lot of shirts. I just ran out of money. I don't get paid the next week because we was just paying invoices. Like I had to get, I want to show you on my laptop. We had to go to the laptop and the man was like, can you give me a shout out on your show? You made me laugh. I said, wait a minute. I'm not giving you no shout out. You ain't gonna let me get this laptop out here for free. You gotta pay for that promo. Oh, you can pay for look at God. I gotta pay her because I don't get paid the next week. Ciao. Love her so very much. She's gonna be meeting me tomorrow. So love you. That was sweet. Thank you. Thank you for that, sis. I love her. So she's a very sweet lady. And if y'all need any shirts made, make sure y'all go and book her. She's based out of here in Dallas. Somebody said Afterpay. Well, probably. Oh, I love her. I love her. Very sweet, nice lady. Oh my gosh, very sweet people that view her. And we'll be tomorrow. Now, tomorrow, we will see y'all out tomorrow. Y'all already know where we're gonna be at tomorrow. We're gonna go out to eat, I think. And I think we're gonna go out to something else in the club. I'll check. We'll see how the vibes are, and everything like that. But love y'all so very much. They said Riley Afterpay. Oh man. I want to sing a song, but I need the lyrics. I want to sing a song. Always and forever, each moment with you It's just like a dream to me that somehow came true. And I know tomorrow will still be the same. 'Cause we got a life of love that won't ever change. Every day, love me your special way. Melt on my heart away with a smile. Take time to tell me you really care, and we'll share tomorrow together. I love you. I love you. Yes, okay. All right. Woo, woo. Glory, 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 glory. Oh, man. With a smile. Ooh. Woo. Glory, 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 glory. Man. Hey. Woo. I felt that right there. Woo, Lord. Wiley, that was great. Yes, this song just followed in my heart. I'm going to listen to that when I get off the air. Paul, I want you to play that on the big radio. Play it on the speaker. Wake up. Oh, man, they said real music. So it just dropped. I don't know why that song just dropped in my spirit. Oh, wait a minute. I didn't even drop a link to let y'all come on here. My apologies. So if anybody want to come on here and say something, I'm going to drop the link and let y'all say some. My apologies if y'all want to say something. Yeah, if y'all want to say, I'm sorry if you want to come on here. I was talking all day. It's so much to talk about because we got a website. With a smile. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Let's go. Chatel. We're here. Make sure y'all go check out the articles, y'all. Oh, yes. Okay, y'all was shady in these text messages. I'm going to have to handle this in a private meeting. We're going to have to have a meeting with the moderators. So moderators, if you're a moderator, we have to do a Zoom meeting. We haven't done one lately. If you want to join the Zoom meeting. The Zoom meeting. Oh, yes. How do you want to be credited? That's a good question. Like, shout out. Share it. Tag us. If we drop a story, say, hey, eventually we're going to drop a story. And they say, according to wileythetroll.com, blah, 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 blah. We're new, you know what I'm saying? Because most of our stories is what the competitors are writing, and we will share their video. Like, we credit everybody. Like, if I don't credit, I will make sure we edit it and credit it. Like, if we get something from TMZ, we say according to TMZ or according to the Neighborhood Talk or according to the Shade Room. Like, if it's like a video forum, technically it's automatically credited because we're gonna post their URL in which their video will pop up. So we will make sure to give them the credit. Absolutely, we will make sure to give them the credit. They said Wilder. Yes, we will make sure to give them the credit. We have to. We have to do it. Absolutely. We will make sure to give them the credit. All right. Thank you. If you have any questions tomorrow, we'll be back live today because it's Friday. Love y'all. I want us to get some rest. Technically, I won't be going to sleep until a few minutes to an hour or so because I have to prepare for the show today. Yeah, I have to prepare for the show. And the website. Is she live right now? Oh, I thought she was live. Is she live right now? Because they said Nicki Minaj was live. Why does she have to go live when I'm live? I don't know that. You told me that. Somebody else told me that. Oh, somebody asked somebody Instagram. Okay, I see it. Let me send it to you. Let me send it. Somebody asked for somebody Instagram. I'm gonna text it to you right now. Cause y'all, if I don't do it now, I'll be forgetting, child. Oh, but she got her silence on. Hold on, I sent it. Okay. I can't stream it. She gave him a shout out on. Okay, let me check. Okay. What? I'm gonna have to do a separate live, but give me a second. I'm gonna go. Let me check. Give me a second. Let me see. Okay, yeah, I don't know. I'm at my old lane. Yeah, I didn't listen, so I'm in my own lane. Yeah, I see that. I'm in my own lane. My apologies. I do want to give my apologies. I'm in my own lane. So I did it. Wiley Renee, IG. I'll do the DM. Okay. I'm doing that right now. I texted to her, but let me do it. Give me a second. I texted to her. Let me DM it to her. All right, it's done. Ice Spice. I don't. I can't say I don't like her music. I never listened to her music. Oh, really? Okay, they tricked her to singing her the diss record of "Remy My Diss Record." Yeah, I didn't listen to it. Do you know where I can listen to her show, like the replay? Because I didn't listen to it. You know what? I'm gonna check out Black Tea Blog. Let me see that she posted. Let me check. I don't know if she posted or not. Let me check. Give me a second. Uh uh. Oh, let's see. That's T. I gotta satisfy release more music for me to believe she be on it. Okay, give me a second. Okay, somebody sent it to me. Is this a clip? Yeah, I ain't listening to that. I'm not a big Nicki fan. Now, Shirley Caesar had a radio show. If Shirley Caesar had a radio show. Oh, I meant to. I'm sorry, I didn't want y'all to hear that. Well, I know. But if Shirley Caesar had a radio show, I thought I muted the mic. I listened to it. Hold my mute. How? If Donovan Clerkley, when he had a radio show, I listened to Donovan Clerkley radio show. If Kim Burrell had a radio show, I'll listen to it. You know what I'm saying? If Yolanda Adams had a radio show, come on, somebody. So I stay in my lane. I'm not a female hip hop type of person. I like Lil Kim. Oh, I used to be scared of. Listen. How did I like it you? Okay. I'll come and stop and stop and stop. Put your lighters up and put your lighters up. Shut up and put your lighters up and lighters up. You know. So I'm not, you know what I'm saying? Put your lighters up. Put your lighters up. So I'm not a big, you know what I'm saying? I'm not a big fan of all female hip hop. Like I love I love songs. I love God. You love God? What's wrong with you? I love God. Do you love God? What's wrong with you? Yeah. Yes. Thank you. Love y'all. You said, do I keep my neighbors? I don't know. I never got it. We good. Oh, man. I'm good. Love y'all so very much. Thank y'all. All right. I'm done. I'm just making sure. Ooh, okay. Make sure y'all contribute to the Wiley Show. We want to travel more. I do want to say thank you to those that have sent cash apps in today. We're going to go. I ask you all, Father, I want to close out in a prayer. Father God, in the name of Jesus, Lord, thank you for blessing us on this amazing day. Bless those that are on their way to work, those that are watching overseas, and those that are watching working the third shift. Lord, bless us with great ideas and increase our territory, expand our show that we're able to employ more people and to educate and entertain. In the name of Jesus. Lord, bless our moderators and bless them. Bless those producers that are watching in the skybox and the bushes. Bless them as well. Bless them in their finances. Bless them in their health. Bless them all over. Bless the website that we reach to 3, 5, 10 million views a day. In Jesus' name I pray. Jesus' name I pray. Thank God. Amen. Thank you all so very much for tuning in to this beautiful broadcast. This has been awesome. Love y'all so very much. We will be back live today. Love you. If you got any questions, moderators, y'all have my number. If you got any concerns, you can always talk to me privately. Anything that you want to say, I'll talk to any of y'all. I love each and every one of y'all. Y'all all have a special place in my heart. Producers, if y'all have any questions or comments about the show, you can always text me at 917. Now, listen. Now, somebody called me early this morning. Listen, please, just send me a text. If you want to get on the phone as a viewer and talk to me, hit the Cash App. Hit the Cash App and a nice donation. I charge $1 per minute. All right. So if you want to talk to me for 60 minutes, that's $60. So please don't try to have a conversation with your viewer and all that. You have to charge you. All right. So we charge $1 per minute. So that number is 972-674-9462. That is the number. So if I'm up, if you hit it, if you want to talk to me for 3 hours, you already know how much that would take. So thank you all so very much. And for that support and showing us love. All right. We'll do a separate way. So if you just want to get on the phone and talk and play with yourself, that's $1 per minute. So thank you all. So I'm serious. Thank you. Oh, gosh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, thank you. I don't want to end the live, but we're going to end it. Love y'all so very much. He said that like that. Is my thoughts. All right, y'all. Any tea and information that we missed, you can always add it to the live. Talk to y'all soon. Peace.